What is grief if not love persevering? That's how we started phase 4 of the MCU with WandaVision, and we ended phase 4 with Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which told us about how to, handle grief. And today we are talking about that film. Guys, welcome to Geek Society. I'm not Prince, joined by Nolan the Batman, Rohit, Manoj, and Harneet, and we'll be
Okay,
joined by
should
more
we
people.
applaud for that? Like, were you expecting
That's दस marks बीच के लिए.
Come on, that was good. That was
It's like the
impromptu.
voice.
actually
No?
good.
It's like the voice. We all turned back, turned around.
I had planned something else also, but I like, let it be. Let's just get into it. So, guys, welcome to the stream. Today, we're talking about Black Panther Wakanda Forever. It's a spoiler stream, so please know that. If you haven't seen the movie, don't ruin it for yourself. Go watch the
Just
film.
one thing. Do you guys remember the meme of that kid who is eating something and he's giving side eye again and again because he doesn't know what to say or what to do?
Yeah.
While Nona was introducing, I was like, what the hell? What should I do? Are we here?
Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
it was like that, youth festival extempo, English extempo. Like, they gave him a word, grief, and he started talking about it for 1 minute.
Okay, stop. Hey, Tanmay is here. Hello, MCU Phase 4 saved by one movie.
No.
It's a lot like India's batting.
MCU MCU Phase 4 was saved by She-Hulk because she spoke to Kevin.
Guys, he cracked that joke on our WhatsApp group, and his timing was bad. You should have waited on that. Okay, anyways, guys, so let's begin. It's a spoiler discussion, guys. So I'll just give a quick thoughts. I saw it twice by now. Once on Friday, one today with Nolan. Actually, he saw it for the first time. Rohit saw on Friday. Manoj saw yesterday night, and Harneet just saw it like just few hours before.
Yeah, me,
The stream.
Harneet, and Rohit were too broke to watch it twice.
Hope you guys were taking
Exactly,
notes.
exactly.
So I think we have like someone has raw thoughts, someone has more refined thoughts and all of that, a mix of all of it. So how do you
Some
want
of
to
us
begin
have
it? Do you
jokes.
want to get into overview? Do you want to first get into is MCU Phase 4 saved? Do you want to get into what the film represents? Do you want to get into the plot of it? Like, where do you want to start?
I think you're the host, right? You can decide it.
So the chat, you guys let us know your thoughts in the and we'll
Tanmay is going to decide our stream. Tanmay will be like, talk about Zack Snyder.
see.
And
Like,
I'll be all in for that.
5 people joined the stream, and then they saw Manoj is not there, and they just left.
That has never happened. Like,
That
never.
literally just happened, dude. Anyway, so let's just get into, is this the best film in Phase 4? Is Phase 4 saved by this film?
I don't know.
I
if-
don't think a movie can save a face, to be very honest.
But did it?
Doesn't. No, it didn't. It didn't. This movie is a great movie in its own right, and it's a wonderful addition to the Black Panther franchise. But I don't think it saves MCU. Like for me, it only begs more questions of why we got more like mediocre content before this. That's what I was wondering. Like after when I watched the movie, I'm like, what? Like okay, I don't want to name any movies because I know everyone has mixed thoughts. Some people might like it, but I feel like overall the
You mean Thor: Love and Thunder?
no, I've not watched that, so I can't comment on
That says it all.
But yeah, I that's the thing. Like I never felt like watching. But see, overall the notion is that it's been very underwhelming, and I walked out of the theater and loving this movie, but also wondering why has the previous movies from the MCU, especially after Endgame, been so underwhelming. And I hope they throw the ball.
No Way Home was after Endgame.
No Way Home was decent. No Way Home was good. That I agree. But after that, some of those movies, it just didn't land for me. A lot of those movies after that.
I actually agree with what Manoj is saying. Like, this movie in itself is a great movie, but it does not take away the fact that MCU has been spreading very thin lately, and just one movie at the end of it doesn't take away all the shittiness that we had to go through as audience. So yeah, it's a great addition to the MCU, obviously, to the MCU, to the Black Panther franchise. It's a great tribute to Chadwick Boseman. It had great acting and all those things, but you can't say that it saved MCU's Phase 4. It ended on a high note. That I can say. The MCU Phase 4 ended on a high note, but yeah, it did not save it from anything they had already done.
The coffin that was lifted, right? It did not have T'Challa's body. It had Phase 4 in it.
He had been holding in that joke.
Inside joke.
And
No,
they
No
lifted the
Way Home
coffin
is the best
twice,
phase
so
4
it's like
film.
that bad.
Yes, it was good movie, but most people finding it dragged and dark, but it fits the situation.
Dark.
So let's
Lol.
come to the film, and first I think I'll not go with Rohit because the themes of this film are so powerful.
Hmm.
So let's deep dive into that first before getting into the plot and everything.
I just liked how they spun a real world situation into a film. It feels more than the characters. It feels like the actors. It feels like an entire studio grieving for some reason. Because this film talks about legacy. What does the Black Panther mean? What it means to take up the mantle. There's a reason why Wakanda Forever is written in bigger text than the Black Panther. So it's not about the Black Panther. Wakanda is way more than that. It's an ecosystem of people, how they are processing their loss, right? And all the people. And I think we hit peak existential crisis with this film in the MCU, right? Where Shuri is trying to understand what went wrong. If you're the top scientific mind in the most advanced nation, why couldn't you still conquer death, right? When she says she wants to burn the world, right? You could feel her angst, you could feel her pain. We had two very broken characters in the form of a very faulty leader in the form of Namor. A very human leader who always doesn't know what's the right thing. He's just trying to do right by his people. You know, he's just trying. Then there is Shuri, someone who is stepping up because she has to, because there is no one who will take up that big of a vacant space left by her brother, right? When her scientific mind and her emotional heart are colliding, that's what makes this movie for me. You know, Ramonda's grief of losing her entire family when
Oh
when
man, that
Okoye sa-
scene.
when Okoye says, "Ki I have given up everything to be a part of the Dora Milaje." She says, "Have I not given everything?"
That was a very powerful scene.
You just realize, and even Ironheart's origins, we had a Dr. Yinsen moment in the form of Ramonda. A queen sacrificing her life, you know, to save a kid. This film is not it's not a film, it's poetry.
That's what he
It's
says, right? Killmonger. That Shuri's father, like he would have killed her to save
Yeah, he was a
Wakanda.
hypocrite. He was a hypocrite.
Yeah, yeah. And the fact that what Shuri went through when she saw Killmonger, not her brother, not her mother, the fact that she felt abandoned at that moment.
But he said, right, you chose me.
Yeah, because she was invoking him from the very beginning. She says, I want to
Hmm.
burn the world. Who else
Yeah.
wanted to burn the world? Killmonger did.
True, true. And I like that it was a shock for both her and the audience. Like
Yeah,
I don't know if this was announced, but I had no idea he was in it. So and
they were
even
rumors.
We only basically announced it in the previous
Harneet
stream.
was like, "No, he's there. He's there." I'm like, "Shut up." No,
oh
he's there.
okay. No, but
So,
even
so the theory
narratively,
was
it
that
just
they
worked.
Killmonger will become Black Panther. So they'll bring him
Yeah, yeah,
back to
yeah.
life and all
Dude,
of that.
that was a meme. That was a meme. Like everyone acting all big, attacking Wakanda up until T'Challa comes back in Killmonger's body.
No, I think it also more had to do with the stature of the actor. Like he's a fairly popular actor, right, Michael B. Jordan. So I can understand why many people thought he would maybe take on the mantle, even though he was the villain of the first movie. So because many people doubted if I forgot the actress, I'm blanking on the name, if she could actually pull off the mantle of Black Panther.
Who?
Letitia Wright.
Letitia Wright, yeah, sorry, yeah, Letitia Wright, yeah. If she could actually, carry the movie, but I think she proved everyone wrong, or right,
Man, I'm
whoever
just
thought she
opening
could.
Wikipedia because I want to get all the names right because it feels like we don't care about remembering their names in a way.
True.
kind of,
Shuri is Letitia, right? Ramonda is Angela Bassett.
So whenever we blank out, no, you just say the name.
yeah, I will do that. I'll happily do that.
Namor is played by Tenoch Huerta, right?
Yeah. I
I'm
get the
really bad at
pronunciation
names.
wrong, but
That time you just put it in Google Translate and just
Lupita
keep going.
Nyong is Nakia. Danai Gurrias Okoye, she was amazing, man.
Oh,
That
she was so powerful.
sequence.
So cool.
But
But
okay,
wait,
back.
we sort of yeah talk in between. Rohit, please continue your thoughts.
No, no. Even the introduction of another race, like a Mesoamerican race, and the fact that how they were exiled, the entire theme of colonization, which comes in the rage which these people have because they were driven away from their home. When the first thing which Namor says, the water is so clean, the air is so clean, and you never have to leave a land like this.
Yeah.
You can understand where that character comes from because he has been driven away from his home, and now they are again planning to take away their home, right? And can we just talk about the introduction of Talokan with that song? I keep on forgetting the name, but it has been on repeat since yesterday
But when
because
does the song play? Which scene exactly?
when Shuri is going into the Talokan.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, okay. When they first take her away from the
hmm,
bridge. Okay.
hmm. And it is so beautifully done. The moments, you see these are people and how they are imitating Shuri's movements. They are not the antagonist. They're just a
Right.
people trying to do right, and that's the best thing. And another sequence which I really loved was the siren sequence. When they started jumping off the rig, because of that song,
Yeah.
it just gave me goosebumps throughout because it ties down to legends of sirens. So there used to be this thing called mermaids. They used to sing,
Yeah.
right? And sailors would jump off to their death.
Ah, well, I didn't make that connection. Wow.
So I was
Great.
like, oh my god, they're using the siren mythology. This is so cool. And how they have made a world, and Ryan Coogler's love, his own grief shows. And this is why anybody would want to make
One
films.
of the Comic Cons said that while writing the script, I could feel Chadwick's hand on my shoulder, and the way
Who
Okay.
the
said this?
Ryan Coogler at Comic Con.
Also, there was a podcast in which he was, reminiscing when they were making the Black Panther movie and how Chadwick would take more time to do certain stuff. Like after the water scene, he would take
The waterfall
a lot
scene,
of time in the
warm up and all. Yeah.
hot tent, warm up tent, yeah, right? And now he's saying like now we think back, he was suffering through the whole thing, and he didn't quit at that point of time. Now, so who am I to quit while filming it? Even through grief, you have to push through, and that the direction of the movie also, like Shuri's character, she pushes through the grief in the whole movie, and that is what the director was going through himself during the
And
movie.
even the
So that is something.
last scene, right, when she remembers, even the
Yeah.
mother, and when they are sitting together, she says, I feel him on, on my shoulder. Did she say shoulder or
Hmm.
in the breeze?
Yeah, in the
So
breeze, gently
it's
pushing
basically
me.
like, you are recreating your feeling into a, movie. Recreating that in a more thematic way, representing your real, life on the screen.
I really loved that part when Shuri said, "It's just a construct created by your head. There's nothing like that." Like, and she asked, "Na, does your construct give you comfort or more anguish?
Yeah.
And
Torment you. Yeah.
or does it torment you?" So these things, somebody who has gone through grief, right, who has seen the passing of a loved one, maybe who they were close to, they will. It hits them like it hit me personally because it was just so surreal, and I was glad that this film wasn't like, oh my god, here's an Easter egg, do you remember this character? That's what Phase 4 has been about.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was just glad to get a good film, and I don't care if it's about Phase 4, if it's about Marvel. I even think if you don't see the first Black Panther, you can still go into this and feel, like even feel the germ of that emotion. You won't feel as much, but you can understand that this comes from an earnest place. And
Nice, nice.
very few MCU films can actually boast about that, and mostly those are phase 1 films.
I cannot wait to show this film to my parents when it comes on Disney Plus. I would love
Show
to
them
show
in the
them.
theater.
Yeah, no Hindi dub in theaters. And the
नहीं है.
first of all, the film has so many languages.
No, but
7.
I'm really surprised. Like,
Dude,
there's not even one,
hey,
In Goa, they
did
don't
you
release in
notice?
Hindi, only English.
Oh,
I love the fact that how they differentiated with the subtitles,
Yeah, the color of
like
the subtitle.
white,
Yeah.
Colors.
yellow, and blue subtitles.
Right, right, right.
How they played with that, and it made actually watching easier for normal audience.
Yeah.
Like who is talking right now, which character is right
I
now
even
talking.
read the English ones. Like I'm so used to subtitles.
My hall didn't have English ones.
Ah, that some people, a lot of people in America, they didn't understand the joke when Mbaku says Hulk. So because of
Ah.
his way he says, right? Some people heard oak, and some people are laughing.
Oh.
Some are like, "Why are people laughing at this?" We missed something.
That happened with me. Like my theater experience was different from the last movies I've seen because it didn't have English subtitles, and most of the people were laughing with a lag of like 2-3 seconds. They had to process what the dialogue actually was.
Yeah.
Me and my friends were all like laughing and cheering about something that the person has said, especially Everett Ross and the Val character. When they came around and they spoke about something, we knew what was going
colonizer
on,
in
right?
change. A colonizer in chains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People were actually had to talk to the other significants and understand what is going on. And that was actually pretty bizarre for me because the first time I've ever seen a Marvel movie with the lag in reactions from the audience.
So Nolan, what you didn't like in the movie?
You know what I didn't like in the movie?
What did you like?
He didn't like that scene where
baited me in
Daredevil.
also
Sorry,
for
not
it.
Daredevil.
Daredevil?
You baited me in also for it.
Arey,
At the
he-
start of the
if
movie,
you-
you made me think he was coming.
Okay, I just reached there, at Inox, and he's standing and we're talking. He's asking me, "Dude, is Doctor Doom there?" I'm like, "I'm not saying anything," and he's like, "Oh shit, you baited me." I'm like, "What? What should I say? No."
He can't say no also, no? That's like confirming it, right? Like you gotta
I'm
experience
like,
it
I'm
on
quiet.
your own.
I'm not saying anything. And like, dude, you baited me. What? Like, my plan was to make them sit till the second post credit, which is not there.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I have some work. I'll leave, but you don't miss the second one. Huh? Doctor Doom is showing up, and I would leave.
Arey, one thing that I actually was thinking about watching the movie was in all the Marvel movies, especially in Phase 4, we have all been very, we had a bad eye for all the Easter eggs and follow up for the other movies, what's it setting up, what's this setting up. This movie had a lot of those, but I didn't even pay attention to that and I didn't think about it after the scene was over.
Right.
Like I was actually so involved in watching the movie and the storyline of this movie, I didn't give a hoot about anything else that is setting up or that referencing any other.
Yeah.
I think even the setups were good, right? Like it added to the story, it added to the
Yeah.
emotion of the story.
But the
So that was well done.
biggest
Like,
biggest
like-
reveal is Ross's ex.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and
what?
it should have been a big deal for me watching the movie. Like during the movie, I was like, "Wow," and then okay, next.
Yeah.
And
My-
now I'm thinking about
My
it.
first time
Now
watching,
I'm-
right? My hotel was
Hmm.
what? Everyone
Yeah.
together.
The other thing was like whenever this movie was going on, and a lot of people with me also said it was feeling a bit dragged, and I completely disagreed. I was like, "What are you talking about?
Yeah,
This
man,
movie is
same,
not at all
But
dragged."
Even Nona said the same thing, but like
I
I
said
did
it's
not feel
slow.
it drag. Yeah, I
Slow
did not
and
feel
drag
it
are two
slow.
different things.
No,
Yeah,
slow makes sense in this movie. It's not an
but
action-packed
it
thriller kind of a
did
movie,
not-
right?
It did not feel slow to me. It like the pacing felt right.
Like every scene, even if it designed to be long, it is designed for a purpose, right? The UN scene, the moment then that Rwanda enters the UN and they sit down and they put the mic down, everything made sense, even if it's long.
But
And the acting that followed, dude, the acting that followed in that UN scene.
Marvel,
That
Amazing,
balance.
man.
Marvel films often work on quick cuts, you know, like
Yeah.
ठहराव नहीं होते film किसी
Yeah.
ऐसे film में. इस film में ठहराव था, and the thing is, we went into a Marvel film expecting a Marvel movie maybe.
That's the
So
reason,
what?
I said that in my non-spoiler review, that know that it's slow. So, you don't expect, like, just take out the Talukan scene
Like,
and put an action scene. Then the film may not look, very slow.
no, it might look slow, but it looked amazing in those slow scenes.
Yeah,
Yes.
see, slow is a adjective. It's not a
Yeah.
criticism. When I say it's slow, because it needs to be slow to set everything up so that,
So take
climax
the
pays
starting
off.
of the movie, for example. It's a 90-second, I think, one shot of
Yeah.
Shuri, being so haphazard of what she has to do and what she can't do and all that. And that has been like missing from the MCU. Like it was a one shot, single take, but it showed the urgency of the situation
Even
and
when
everything.
they go into this, right, Riri Williams, this garage, even that's one shot when FBI shows up.
I feel like this is one of those few movies in the MCU which feels like a director's movie rather than it's made by the
Yeah,
studio.
exactly.
It
It's a
feels
very
like a person.
elevated product, It's like today watching
It's a
it again,
personal
right?
thing, it's a personal thing. It's a personal project. It's not something to make money off. It's like someone's dream or something. Like tribute is a good word to say for this, right? It's a personal gift for somebody, as they say. And I think the whole movie is reminiscent of it until the last moment. Like imagine you being to your brother's funeral and you couldn't even, take off the garbs and you have to go to your mother's funeral next.
Yeah.
And then I think because of
didn't I
that,
say last
character
stream?
growth was nice.
I said
Yeah.
last stream, right? They're gonna kill someone.
Yeah.
That's what they do in Black Panther universe.
Dude,
I think character growth is something that we saw in this movie. Like after Far From Home, sorry, No Way Home, the last Spider-Man movie, we saw Peter Parker's growth in a single movie.
Right.
And this time we saw Shuri's growth in a single movie. Like Shuri was just a comedic relief in the last movie, if you think of it.
I really liked her.
Yeah.
And I feel like sorry, I interrupted you.
Letitia Wright, yeah. I'm a fan now, basically. She didn't take vaccine, but okay.
No, but obviously, I better not comment on that because people are saying that must be false. So let's stay away from that. But I'm just saying, like, I think even Kevin Feige admitted that, like, they casted her in the first movie, knowing that she would be that comedic relief and provide
Yeah.
levity to the movie. That's a word he used. So to see her like progress and really own the role and the character, that really sort of elevated the whole movie. Like if the performance is just not there, then it just wouldn't be like we wouldn't be talking about this movie in this high regard.
Yeah.
I felt a bit of Scarlet Witch in Ramonda's character in this movie when she says, "My whole family is gone." That scene, she has been there. She's now a queen. Also, she lost her son. Now she lost her daughter also. And there was a quick comparison of in my mind, like the Scarlet Witch, her decision to like what she did in the movie, where that came from. Like if Ramonda actually knew that Shuri has died instead of her when she went to Talokan, what would she have done? Would she have burned the world as Shuri wanted to? And the fact that she said, "My family is gone, not dead," because of her grandson being alive and it being a secret.
That's a good pick.
Right. And then there was the beautiful contrast between the two countries as well, the two nations. Like the color palette of the both two nations. And obviously one being above the ground, one being below the ground, and how they portrayed the kings of both the places. Like he goes down to sit on his throne, right?
And they do this.
Yeah,
Right.
and he Namor goes down, like he descends to sit on
You
the
saw New
throne.
Rockstar video, right?
I did not.
Okay,
I was talking to my friend.
Let me take the.
I was just talking to my friend after the movie because I knew I had to talk here somehow.
Then he saw the video.
I think I didn't see the video. That's not my friend. I haven't even subscribed to New Rockstars.
The Talokan's greeting looks like as if they're like Hadouken.
I thought he was
It looked like a Kamehameha.
No, but
Jinx.
Kamehameha is like this. Hadouken is just like that all the time.
And I'm glad that they didn't include a Doctor Doom scene because
Yeah.
because it's a very nice directorial choice. If you have a post credit like that, everybody begins to talk about the post credits and the movie
I
gets
think that's what
overshadowed.
people are saying I think someone in the chat also said it. Rahul Dutt, that best post-credit scene after a long time.
Okay, I actually have a question on
Arey,
that.
did you guys know? Did you guys know the actress that played Ironheart? She was reluctant to play this character now. Before this movie,
Oh, okay. Why was she reluctant?
there was a scene that she actually auditioned for some role in the last movies, 2 3 movies in the MCU, and she
Okay.
didn't get the parts. And now she was actually reluctant that I'm not gonna get this part anyways, and I'm not gonna interview for it.
Okay.
And they called her themselves, like the Marvel Studios called her themselves to audition for this role, and that's how she got it. She was not even going for the audition this time.
That's nice to hear.
She had auditioned for Shuri actually.
Acha.
Oh, okay.
We'll come to her there. This movie was
actually
too
had a question
good.
because we were
Talukan
talking about the
was
post-credit scene. Like, I had a question on that. Like, do you guys feel like I'm still a bit mixed in my mind about this, but do you guys feel like that should have been a mid-credit scene, or should that scene just have been like the last scene of the movie?
no. I like that it was a
No.
post-credit scene because it sets up the future. I feel
Okay.
if you had set up in the film itself, then you would have taken away the part where she's finally letting it go. Finally what do you say, like completing her arc basically of grief. So if you just put it there itself, then you're like, okay, I just I feel my brother now, he's as a kid, yeah. So that just defeats the whole purpose. So I actually liked it that they just like just end the film there, credits, and then we get that scene setting up the future.
So technically, we still have a T'Challa in the MCU, right?
Yeah, that's like, so I think that's a great way to still tell stories of T'Challa, from comics, but now as his son basically.
Hmm.
Okay, what if Wakanda Forever was made by Ashutosh Gowarikar, 5-hour movie? Climax fight wasn't that great. This movie was so good. Talukan was my favorite. All right, distorted voice. Something on the street.
What were your guys' favorite scene in the movie?
My favorite scenes for all the none of the action scenes were my favorite. It was all of the interactions. When first when Namor and Shuri are sitting together after she has seen Talukan, they're talking. Then Okoye and Queen Ramonda. Then Killmonger and Shuri.
Yeah, that was great.
And
That was great.
and at the end also the climax battle between them, like the personal fight they have.
Yeah.
All these even Shuri and Ambaku, when Shuri like tells he says, I don't want war, and she's like, no, I will. Doesn't my mother death enough to have eternal war?
My favorite scene is where M'Baku attacks Namor.
He didn't even
He
see
breaks
that
his
scene.
chest piece.
He was talking in that scene.
Namor literally breaks his armor or
plate.
something.
Yeah,
Chest plate.
I like he's like, I'm done,
at
I'm
that
done after that.
At that moment, I was like, why isn't his armor vibranium? And then Nona was like, he doesn't wear vibranium and all.
He doesn't
No,
know
I like
the
it.
technology.
I like his reaction when he falls on the floor. He's like,
Ah.
oh, ooh.
He's literally like, I'm done.
I'm not getting up.
and the fact that they captured Namor's speed so well, the way he was attacking,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
I was like, fuck, this man is fast. and like even that scene, what am I talking? Arey yaar, fuck.
What scene?
There's so much to process about this.
But
film.
okay, let's.
No, wait, but we forgot about one scene, right? For me, the best scene of the movie was when they showed Namor and his mom, like in the climax, basically in the battle when
Yeah.
she's like about to kill her. I thought that was like the parallels between
Yeah, that whole
her and
scene,
the
right,
mother.
from the moment they
Yeah.
land on desert until like
Hmm.
that scene ends. That's my whole
That was like, but
Dude,
I
I swear at
especially
that
like the
moment,
parallels
right?
they made between the mothers of the characters. That was, I thought, really well done. How they cut between them both, like that was really well
Could have been another Martha moment, but they did it well at least.
done. Yeah.
I think a lot of people compared it with the Martha moment.
But the fact that I think Shuri told him something like, "Your people need you," right?
No, she doesn't
That's
say that.
She said
What
Just
does
says
he say?
she
yield.
said
She says
yield,
yield.
and Wakanda will protect your people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yield and Wakanda will protect your people. So that reminded me of when of the waterfall scene, in when M'Baku and Black
Black Panther
Panther
Yeah.
1, yeah.
are
Yeah.
fighting, and T'Challa says this almost the same
Your
thing to
people need
M'Baku:
you.
"Ki,
Yeah.
your people
Yeah,
need you."
yield your people need you.
And even that scene where M'Baku says, where Shuri refers to herself as a child,
What?
and Shuri refers to herself as a child who scoffs at tradition.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Even, oh my god, we have a super chat.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wait,
That
is
over
it one of us?
$20. Wow. Shelly Lee. Hey. What's up, nerds? I liked the movie until the third act when it went full Marvel. Sigh. Really want Ryan Coogler back. Man, Ryan Coogler doing an Avengers movie. First of all, thank you for your super chat. You're a big supporter. Even on my personal channel, she messages. So thank you for that. And yeah. At third, okay, let's talk about the climax. We had a more chats about the climax not working. I think I liked the climax. I liked that it wasn't.
Same.
For me, actually, it wasn't that big Marvel scene.
True.
They didn't do too much
Yeah,
I
CGI.
it was
I
just,
agree.
see, the ending of the climax scene, like, it was just between the two rulers next. It was not just a CGI army battle, right?
Yeah.
With a high beam going to the sky. It was just between two people, two kings or rulers who want to protect their people. And they have their own motivation to do things. So that
You
is
know,
how it ended also.
I honestly thought at that fight scene, right? Shuri was stabbed and Namor was trying to get back to the sea. I was like, are both of them going to die over here?
And
I
from
thought both
that,
of them were
I
going
want
to
to
die.
come to the point that again, this is one of the few films in a superhero genre where you don't know who will survive and who will not, right? Like, of course, you have a brief
Yeah.
idea that they are the heroes, they'll not die so quickly and all of that, but you don't know. Anything can happen. They killed Queen Ramonda. I didn't expect that at all.
I'm like, there is nobody left technically from the royal family. You know?
Yeah,
Well,
like Okoye, like
oh,
anyone could have died there. Like I have seen the criticism of the climax that the intercutting between on the ship fight, Riri Williams fighting and her fighting in the desert. Constantly we are jumping to each scene.
Yeah,
The people are not
multiple
fan of that.
scenarios. Yeah.
But like after that, we are only at the desert. What's really happening between them? But I kind of enjoyed that it was not a world-ending doom kind of a thing. It was
Right.
And the motivation behind Namor, right? Even after the whole movie, like, we saw character growth of Shuri from what she wanted to what is good, what is good for the kingdom and everything. But Namor, right? Like, he's so done in his ways, He's so born in his ways that he still wants to burn the whole world, the surface world.
when
He's
he
just
did,
playing a long game that he's waiting that government should attack
yeah,
Wakanda, and then he can help and they can, like, burn
yeah.
the entire world. So that
when
is
he,
that is something, the contrast between the hero and the not villain but the antagonist of the movie. What is their
But he is not
growth
wrong, right?
in the whole
Because
movie.
from there we cut to a scene of US general talking to.
No, I'm
yeah,
not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying the character growth in both the main actors of the movie. Shuri's growth from living from, like, moving on from her grief and
Yeah.
doing the right thing. Like, they both ended the fight, but the end game for both of them is different. Like, she just wants peace, and he wants to destroy the whole world. And they both did it the same thing, but their end goals are different.
I have a question on the future of the character. Do you think like Shuri will ever forgive Namor for like the death of her mother, or do
I
you think it's
already
implied that she has
did.
already forgiven?
She
Yeah,
already
she
forgave
already
him, I
did.
think.
When Namor gave her his mother's bracelet, no, I thought at that moment he was going to propose to her. I even asked Nura, I'm like, is
I
he
thought
going
it
to
was like some
propose?
kind of tracker or something or something that would
No,
But I'm
no,
glad
no.
that I really like the way
I
how they used it.
I didn't
See,
think it
I
happened.
think that is the plot point of the movie that makes sense to me, which is very weird because it didn't make sense to my friends when we were watching. Like, he's offering her peace by offering her a bracelet. And then he said to her mother that if another incursion occurs, in his kingdom, he'll kill her.
Yeah.
And then the
No,
incursion
he didn't
occurs
say
to
that. He
take
didn't say
her
that.
daughter.
He didn't say that. He said if she reveals if she even reveals the existence of his country to the outside world, he will kill her. He didn't even say
No, he
incursion. He
said
said
right
even
that
she even
He
reveals.
said incursion, like
if
another
I
incursion
notice
in my
a
kingdom.
Wakanda ship or anything near my
Yeah.
kingdom, I'll come and kill you.
And his motivation totally changes. Like he was being friendly, being peaceful to Wakandans in that scene with Shuri, and then when he's attacked again, then his whole mood changes towards
No,
Wakandans, and people are
that's
sick.
probably, I realized in the second viewing that that's probably the first death in Talokan. As in, like, attack, like someone was attacked and died.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because they heal very fast.
Hmm.
They don't get into so many skirmishes that they would have died. So most people die with age. That's how his mother died. But he doesn't, because he's kind of a mutant. So that was like the first death that someone caused to them.
And that was caused by Wakanda. So
Yeah.
Like it must have felt like a betrayal to him, like when he's giving an olive branch to someone and somebody from their country comes and kills one of you.
Yeah.
And that's the
But
motivation
yeah,
that he had.
even that point, right, where she tells him that I couldn't save my brother with all the technology, all the for my ancestors and everything, and he says I don't know the answer to that, but my mother used to tell me that the most broken people become the great leaders. So there also he has outlived all his people, everyone he knew, right? So he's also kind of a lone man in a way, right?
true.
And that's what they share between them.
You know the way the entire direction of the film was going, where they were showing the cutscenes of America preparing to attack and all. So I actually honestly thought when Wakanda and
Harneet.
I mean, stop having sex.
Not on stream, guys. Not on stream. Come on.
Nobody's. Don't worry, we aren't having
I
sex
have
on the
I,
screen.
I have a very self-depreciating answer to that, but I guess we should not go there. You've already made fun of me for that.
Okay, so I was saying, so the way they were showing, building up the scenes that were happening in US, I honestly thought while Wakanda was fighting Talokan, America would have attacked Wakanda because no one was there in Wakanda at that point in time.
No,
Like all
America
the
is
people.
not that good, dude. they, they will lose the
They don't even know where Wakanda is, I
Just
think.
yeah, no, just the border forces will take care of.
No, there were no border forces, right? Wakanda, everyone evacuated to Jabari, and all the fighters went to fight Talokan. There was no one in the main city.
But I think even the AI thing is good enough to take
Care of
to
America.
protect. Yeah, like because yeah, okay. I get what Nolan is saying, but and like I had like read an article by Variety on. So apparently they had a plot point with the US thing and uh, which was involved in the climax, but they chose to delete that. And I think that's great because remember, like I don't know if it was here, but I was discussing when we watched the trailers. I don't know if we discussed it here or somewhere else, but where everyone was thinking that it's not going to be Neymar, like this is what the villain that they're showing in the trailers, but in the actual movie it'll be someone else and they will team up like in a very generic kind
Yeah.
of superhero template. Like so many people thought okay that would happen, but I really like the fact that they kept Neymar as the antagonist. They never this movie was very true, very faithful to what it set out to do, which I think is great.
The
Yeah.
movie this is when the movie understands the themes it's dealing with so well.
Right.
Two people who are extremely similar, they are fighting, and that's why the stakes are so higher. And it doesn't need a big climax for the stake to be higher. Big, I was gonna say big doesn't mean better, but anyways.
Going to the chat, Lucifer Morningstar, Bekar movie. First half was boring AF. Finale was disappointed. I like movie says haven't watched the movie yet, so just dropping here to give you a like. Thank you. Very, very appreciate.
Thanks, man. And do watch it whenever you can.
Yeah. No, what were you talking about just now? I had a point regarding that.
The America thing.
Yeah, so my point is, the film is like, we are coming up with that, oh, I thought that would happen, but it didn't happen. I'm happy. Like, all these things are, all the ways a studio or someone in a movie in a wrong hands would have been like. And it would have been horrible.
Right.
They would have utilized, tried to capitalize on the, loss of Chadwick. but the the passion and the purity this film is made with, like I've seen a lot of people saying, I don't care about Chadwick, he went, I don't care, in the film it makes no sense, and I'm like, no, the film is not actually makes me think, oh, Chadwick lost. It makes me feel that T'Challa is not there anymore. And I know that it's because of the practical what really happened, but in the story it fits so well. It never feels that Ryan changed the whole narrative from the first film. He changed the characters to fit, forcefully fit this. He took that, with that purity. He constructed a story. What if T'Challa died, and now how the world would react, how these characters would react, and we go on that journey. At no point, it feels like, oh, a big character has died, so there'll be no jokes in this film. It's totally serious. No, the characters will not change their nature. M'Baku will still be like that, how it was in the first movie. Even Shuri, when the time comes, they are also not cracking jokes, but there's some moments of levity, right?
Right.
So that, you're not losing your soul. You're still telling that story of those characters. You are using the motivation you got from the loss, and using a real world experiences and adding that to the narrative and making it more personal story. And that's what stories are supposed to be. People talk about sci-fi film, superhero film, this genre, that genre, but at the end of the day, who is watching these films? Not animals, not aliens, humans. So they should connect to humans. And this is what Ryan Coogler I'm become a fan of him, man, after this film. Like, first, I've seen Creed, I've seen Black Panther, but they were good films. But this film has I totally as a avid cinephile, or someone who wants to be a filmmaker, someday, I'm just blown away by how he masterfully brings everything together. It's just I cannot just, because I can come with 1,000 ways to make this film bad, and there's only one way to make a good, and that was the film.
It's like Endgame, how Dr. Strange said. Infinity War. There are millions of ways that we'll die. There's only one way that we'll win, and it's like Ryan Coogler found the one way to make this.
This was the only way to do it,
Yeah.
Any other way would have been wrong. Like, people are saying, no, they used Chadwick's death, in the film. Like, no, there's a whole arc. There's a whole plot which doesn't really, just because of his absence, Black Panther's absence, it has triggered that. But it's a story in itself, It's not about, oh, Chadwick is not there every 5 minutes. Oh, Black Panther is not there, so T'Challa is not there. No, there's a lot, long portion in the films where you don't even think about that.
No, I think a prime example of that is in the climax when Shuri's about to kill Namor. They actually built on the relationship with her mother.
Yeah.
Like, not once did they cut to Chadwick, and I was expecting. I was like, okay, now they might cut now, but no. Like, they used the relationship which they built in the movie to
itself,
sort of
yeah,
sustain the story. That was
And
really
and,
well done.
and the fact that Chadwick का absence की वजह से the Black Panther का mantle is not taken, like, पहले ही तो भर सकते थे, पहले ही तो आ सकती थी शूरी, ले लेती, because I have to step to the call that my brother left me. You could have easily मतलब hammered your way through that, but they didn't, right? They dealt with Shuri's emotions, and that's always a difficult choice to make in a Marvel film. I always feel that, where the audience is expecting action, where the audience is always like, Black Panther picture देखना है, Black Panther कहाँ है?
Yeah.
Simple सी बात है.
It's the last third of the film. And also,
there was a scene when Okoye. Sorry, yeah, go on.
There's a plot also detailed, like why she didn't become Black Panther, but also she says it. I was not making the herb to, for the Black Panther mantle, or to, bring back the lineage of Black Panther, of her, ancestors. I did it to, save my brother, and I couldn't do it. The motivation was never to, bring back a Black Panther, because Wakanda always needed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So now, is she queen or is M'Baku king?
So assuming
M'Baku is queen. M'Baku is queen.
Namor did call her queen, right? Because when he kills.
No. But then M'Baku showed up for the challenge and said,
Yeah, so she's not taking up the throne. I think that's the idea.
I think M'Baku would be like the representative, like, for Wakanda, and like the overall sort of
How do I
Dude,
say?
I
The
would
ruler,
love to.
I
You know, I
guess.
was thinking him going to UN.
Oh, that would be badass, man.
I want
Dude,
that
I would
like
listen.
special presentation by Marvel Studios. Ambaku at the UN. Dude, the way he entered, like,
You know, the
eating
point
that
where you guys
carrot.
were talking about, it being people associating Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, and there's a line when Okoye goes to meet Nakia,
Yeah.
and she says, Nakia says that for you he was king and Black Panther, and for me he was everything. And in this movie, they represented that beautiful. Like his death did not, was not the main attention of the movie. The consequences that followed, like the turmoil that has, like politically or emotionally,
Yeah.
for people, for family, and how that has to be followed. The prime example is that they didn't even tell us what was the what illness did he die from. Just that Shuri was looking for a cure in the starting of the movie, and as soon as she goes to 23-24%, and then her mother comes in, like he is passed on. So that is how the movie starts, like his death and what follows. It's not about like we have lost a Black Panther and we'll focus on Chadwick Boseman. Like it's a tribute movie to him, but it's not like a overly pushed on kind of a thing
In your
towards the
face,
audience.
trying to sell you just
Yeah,
that.
in your
Yeah.
face. Yeah. It's not taking advantage of his death,
It
basically.
doesn't feel like they monetized his death into a film.
Exactly.
The movie was,
And
King says the movie was outstanding. If you look into the deeper meaning, what it's trying to say, grief, war, culture, history, etc. Yeah.
and
Got it.
the fact when Ramonda says something like you stood to Okoye, like you stood by Killmonger while he took the throne. I
Yeah.
was like,
Oh, I love they bring that back, man. Like she's not
Yeah,
forgiven
so
that,
she was
She's
holding a grudge basically. Like she said, she pointed a spear at his own lover,
yeah.
own husband, and then she stood by Killmonger while we all suffered. Like she was actually holding a
No,
grudge all this time.
what she actually said was, "I stood by you, even though you stood with Killmonger."
No.
Yeah, she said that. She said that I stood by you, even though you stood with Killmonger. So basically, she's saying she supported her after she
Even after
came
that, yeah.
fights back.
Even after
Yeah,
that.
even after
And
that.
then you took my daughter when I told you not to.
Yeah.
That's it. And I love the fact that, by the end, it's not like she's back to being a killer, Dora Milaje.
Yeah, she's now that angel or whatever, right? What
Yeah.
is it?
Midnight Angels.
Midnight something.
Midnight
Yeah.
Angel.
and I like the fact that they said it's stupid. The name is just stupid.
I like how she's like a colonizer on chains. How surprising.
I've seen everything now. Oh, man.
Dude, the moment that I previously talked about, the UN scene, it was in itself with Ramonda's acting, it was great. But when they brought in the French soldiers
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then confronted the world leaders,
that
we know what you guys are doing.
That was something unique. For once, they didn't make the villains out to be America or Russia. It was France out of
France.
nowhere.
But Nolan, is that something like it felt like it felt like a scene that was taken from a comic book or something? Is that something which happened in the comics? Like, soldiers being brought,
I
don't
like
think he can
captured and
answer
brought
that.
in.
I don't know.
Okay, no one doesn't know.
He's Batman.
Maybe
dude,
someone in the
he's
chat who has read the comics, maybe they could answer.
King says culture and history was the reason why I enjoyed Miss Marvel, because they did not teach us about partition in school. Yeah. And dude, how much we are learning watching. That's what I said in the video I made, right? That the film is depicting a community whose past is all about atrocities and what they all faced, their ancestors, right? And that's so much their part of life that it's an identity they carry. Any black person, just by by looking at them, something wrong would have happened with their ancestors. There's no lineage of a black person who, like, every person enjoyed their life, and it's all right. Everyone today also, they face it, right? Racism at some way or the other. And you go in theater and then you watch a film that celebrates your culture in such a big manner. I'm talking about the first film. Like, just imagine someone sitting and watching the way Queen Ramonda enters UN, dude. Oh my god, I felt, whoa, this is something, this is epic.
Right.
And more people, today someone behind me, right, when I think Dora Milaje shows up in that first action scene, and they just cut off the gun with the hand spear,
Yeah.
and like someone guy behind me, oh my god, this is so awesome. Like, heroic roles for like reserved for certain kind of looking people, because they are only heroes.
I think that even in that scene with Riri Williams, when Shuri goes to meet her for the first time, she even says that, okay, like she first like says, like, in spite of me being someone like, in of this community, I still made it big. Or
Black
maybe that's
women
not.
and teenager.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Like, that might not mean much in Wakanda because of
Everyone's
how
black.
like,
Yeah.
like, and how much they've celebrated the technology and all achievements of that nation. So I thought that was also a nice scene.
It's like you're coming up against all the odds
Hmm.
to reach that point, And I like the line, what she says, right? Shuri, that elders don't respect something like this. She said, right?
Yeah,
The
young
elders don't
geniuses
like
or
when
something.
you are so smart.
That's such a
Well,
good
younglings
line.
are
I like the way Namor does the dialogue exactly that part after he kills the queen. He's like, mourn your losses. Then something else, and you are queen now. Though he says it exactly how T'Challa said, engage all defenses.
Get this man a shield.
Like
More.
when Namor pointed at Shuri, right? The entire theater was silent, and I'm like, give this man a shield.
He says, mourn your losses, gather your dead.
Yeah.
So, like, the king says the colonization in Haiti was put front and center in the movie. So I have no idea about that. The Spanish. Even I think New Rockstar video is talking about that this incident happened 50 years after what we saw in Eternals, when that guy
okay.
left Eternals,
They're
and
still connecting things with that movie. Okay.
so I'm basically saying that if that Eternals wouldn't have stopped that war, like
Was there a Mephisto joke as well in that?
no, there was a son of Satan, so
Oh yeah.
right, Namor.
You know who's playing Mephisto now, right?
Mr.
Borat.
Fantastic.
Borat.
Dude,
My name is Mephisto.
we talked about this. It's not official, I guess. Don't care.
No, it is official, right? It was an announcement.
No, I don't think so.
My name is Mephisto.
Marvel Studios hasn't said anything. It's just a rumor from the inside.
Oh.
But the
They
fact
sure
that
have confirmed Everett Ross to be played by, not Everett Ross, but the Thunderbolt Ross to be played by Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
he
And
doesn't.
he doesn't
He
care.
doesn't give a fuck about anything. Sorry for that. He doesn't give a hoot about anything. He was asked, I think, like, who is your favorite Avenger?
He's like, I don't
And he was like, I don't care.
He has the same attitude with Star Wars, which is like amazing
No,
to
no,
watch.
dude,
Like,
dude, no.
Even Blade Runner 249, 2049. Did you see his interview with Jake Gyllenhaal?
right,
Like
right,
he's so comedically forgettable. Like he forgets Jake Gyllenhaal's name in the interview, like
No, but-
during the talk show.
Wait, Jake Gyllenhaal?
Ryan
Ryan
Gosling.
Gosling, not Jake Gyllenhaal.
Next
Ryan
level.
Gosling.
Next
See,
level
I even
confusion.
forgot. Ryan Gosling. Like he forgets Ryan Gosling's name during the talk show.
I was thinking, is
Comedically.
there a cameo by Jake Gyllenhaal which I missed? Like,
Ryan
Why is he
Gosling.
talking to him? Okay, guys. Sherry Lee asked, do you know who the kid is named after? The toy synth. So I saw the New
What?
Rockstar video, so I know. I know who is he named after.
Who is his
I think his name
name?
after T'Challa.
I think I looked him
No,
up.
the
His
other name. His Haiti name. Haiti.
Asian
What?
name, no?
Asian, yeah, name.
Yeah. Who is he named after?
Toussaint, right? So he was actually okay, I don't want to wait. Let me just search it on.
Just Google it. Just give it 1 second.
Yeah, here he
Loading.
is. He was a Haitian general and most prominent leader of the Haitian Revolution. So he brought the slave rebellion against the British,
No, that's
and he
that's
won
nice.
it. He's known as the father of Haiti.
That's nice that they have made those connections.
So like we got to know about this. How many
I'm
of us
like,
knew this, right? No.
like Nona said, right? So there is so much tragedy involved with forefathers, of these cultures, right? That they carry it on them. So I was thinking the fact that the colonizers called Namor, and he took his name from there, right?
Hmm.
He
Yeah.
also carries this as a part of his identity.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And
Like
even
I think it's the fact that it puts the fear of God in the people of the surface world
yeah,
when they hear the name Namor. It's not his
yeah,
real name. It's not even a good name to think about it. Like
Yeah.
uh,
But
you
he
know,
embraces it, right?
yeah, he embraces it because it was like people are afraid of that name
it's
basically.
like it's
And he
like
wants
vengeance.
the surface world to be afraid of him, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The
Fear,
person who kicked the French out of Haiti. Yeah. Yeah.
fear is a tool. they
Okay.
don't
I must become a symbol.
they don't
I know what you guys are doing.
they
Vengeance.
don't they don't call him king or general. They call him Tucson.
Kukul Khan.
They call him Tucson.
Kukulkan. Man, I love the way, man, Mbaku says
Mbaku
it.
says
Kukulkan.
it like Mbaku.
Mbaku's comic relief is next level, man. He's like,
But
what, you think we don't read
I
books
love
up
Black
here?
Panther's comic relief more than any other Marvel film. It just feels so
Yeah, it
natural.
works. It works.
Yeah.
It feels organic to the
Yeah.
plot.
In the last movie, when they went to the mountain, like his interaction with Ross is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I know the
ooh,
connection,
ooh.
right? That he says, "I'm gonna feed you to my sons," and it's like, "Nah, we are vegetarians." And in this, he like walks in with eating the
Yeah,
carrot.
he was
Carrot.
eating a carrot. Yeah,
But what else? What else from the movie, man? I think we talked about favorite scenes also.
I think we
Can
should
we
probably
do?
talk a little
Dude,
bit about the music.
Ironheart's armor felt a bit
We can talk about
weird because
Ironheart
of
actually. Yeah.
those big things at the back. They felt like a big vulnerability for the armor. Like someone can just hit it and
See, if
fall
you
off.
compare it to, I like that it's very different from Iron Man's armor. I
yeah.
like that.
Bumblebee from Wakanda.
It felt a bit like cartoonish to me, to be very honest.
Yeah, yeah.
Bit Power
It didn't
Rangers
have that
as
metallic shine to it.
Did
Yeah,
anyone felt that her introduction scene when Shuri goes to meet her is very much reminiscent of how Tony Stark met Peter Parker?
yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah,
It
yeah.
And
is.
when she says, "I have a differential equation class,"
She
and
also
blah blah
talks
blah.
about the YouTube channel that
Yeah,
catches her doing things,
yeah.
right?
right, right,
It's
right.
like giving in like ode to that scene because Ryan
There
Coogler
was
has said it that he as an audience went to watch Iron Man 1 and he was loved it and he fell in love in this world and MCU. Like it's
right.
basically like a fan among us who went on to become a director in
See,
that
it was
universe.
it was basically a combination, right? The suit didn't look like Iron Man suit, but like the heads-up display was almost similar to his, and the sound that the suit made that were also very similar. So I guess like they were trying to find a balance between the two, like paying homage to Iron Man but not doing it in your face.
Yeah. Guys, 8 people watching, come on, hit that like button so more people can join us.
So I saw this on Twitter. I know this means nothing, but she's shown as she's from MIT, and people like Zendaya or MJ and Ned have
Yeah.
joined MIT, right? So like
Oh
maybe
my god! Oh my god! Team
Oh
up!
yes,
like they might be
Flash is
friends,
also
like
there, right? Flash, Ned, and MJ all
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
at
So
MIT.
maybe they
Team
might
up!
become friends or something like that'll be
We
fun.
may see any one of them show up in the TV show.
No, someone is saying that okay, Riri Williams and Peter Parker or Spider-Man they might like team up or something, and then
No,
she
but
like maybe
Spider-Man didn't get
introduces.
into MIT, right?
No, as Ironheart and Spider-Man, they might maybe team up or something, and then there might be a situation like it was just a tweet, okay? And there might be a situation where she will like introduce her friend, and that's like MJ, and then Spider-Man is like he's like completely in shock, like because of what happened, like, and Zendaya has no memory of what it is, so I don't know. I thought
I
that was
was
like I
thinking,
know
what
it's too
if
far-fetched, but
Riri Williams and Miss Marvel?
I feel like I want all of them to interact, man. I feel like it'll be great because
I
they're all
so
like
there are rumors
nerds.
that they are actually developing a Young Avengers web like Disney Plus show, not a movie.
Uh,
No, I've
no,
had
they
enough of Disney
won't be
Plus
able
shows.
to do they won't be able to do Ironheart in in a show budget.
They're
The
doing
Ironheart.
Ironheart in a show.
Yeah, they're doing
Oh,
Ironheart.
Oh.
It's a show, right? Next year is coming. Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Uh,
I feel like I
yeah,
understand Young Avengers,
yeah,
but I feel like all of them could be Avengers itself.
she won't have the same suit, dude.
Yeah, so
'Cause,
she'll be building a new suit of her
yeah.
own.
Shuri kept this Ironheart suit at the
Yeah.
end, right?
Yes, so I feel they'll try to make it something practical rather than
Maybe
CG.
like her first, the first
Only,
suit that she
and
wore.
only do it at the end, like only like have the CG suit for like 5 to 10 minutes at the end of the last episode.
No, I don't think that's gonna be the case. Like keeping the CG suit for the last episode for
No,
5-10
I'm
minutes.
saying before that they'll do like something practical, like as like a makeshift suit that she
So
just
I like
I
how
think
they
the
revealed
together.
head of Disney said that you'll get to know what happened after Endgame, what happened to the Iron Man. Iron Man as in his storyline, like with the
In Armor Wars,
Pepper.
right?
No, in this Ironheart.
Acha.
So we'll get to know what's up with Stark Industries more in this show.
What was it just me, or there was amazing chemistry between Namor and Shuri? Like I was actually
There was.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's what I said, right? I thought he was gonna ask her to marry him.
like
That
I
is-
was
yeah.
I was shipping them, like come on.
I was not shipping them to say, like it more felt like more like a brother sister interaction to me.
Yeah, but then he had to go and kill the mom, so.
That
Mum-
was
मम्मी ने शादी से मना कर दिया, kill the mom.
but I like that moment where she like they bring the dress to her that royalty wear this here in our kingdom, and she's
Right.
like, oh, you have seen the movies. And the beginning also when Queen Ramonda says, AI will take over the world and kill all of us.
Yeah, that was a cool moment.
Like, and then she
Forgot
says,
about
no AI listens to us.
Did Shuri
No, no.
forget about Avengers Age of Ultron or what?
Yeah, exactly. That's
No,
what-
she
No
says
one
right.
wants to remember that.
She says right. AI only listens to me, and she's like, yeah, I wish the kids also listen to the mother. That's like every parent.
For Indian parents, that's true.
His son's name is Azari T'Challa. T'Challa is the father. T'Chaka is the grandfather. Okay. They are developing a young Avengers. Whom do you think is gonna team up with the young Brahmanj? Love the flirty moments between Shuri and Namor. Were there flirty moments?
There were no flirty
I
moments.
didn't feel that
Chemistry
sense.
just
No,
comes.
I didn't. feel that.
Average brother sister relation in Alabama.
In the comics, his son is a member of the Young Avengers. I also like the
Sweet
fact that
Alabama.
they that included the part that the T'Challa never told Shuri, never asked for help. He was suffering in silence, just
Yeah.
like how Chadwick didn't share the information with others. How to
Right,
include that,
right,
and
right.
they
That was
never
the truth.
disclosed the illness,
Yeah, that's
what
true,
happened to
that's
him. So it was nice way to do it.
No, I had a question for Young Avengers because I was just quickly just thinking through my mind like almost all of them are like Young Avengers, right? Like all of the main ones like Spider-Man, Miss Marvel, now
Yeah.
Ironheart. I feel like the point of Young Avengers is not that. I would love to see like a lot of these young people. Like usually, like in Infinity War Endgame, you have like 3 or 4 Avengers team up, and you have their storyline going on. So
Yeah.
it'll be fun to see like maybe 3 or 4 of them.
Like now there is the Hulk's son also there
Oh my
who
god!
will join the team.
He has such a weird, it's a goofy ass haircut.
who showed that? It was being like who was that other guy, dude? Stephen Amell's brother, Robbie Amell.
Yeah.
Right.
Robbie
He actually
Williams.
looked like
No one
Robbie
showed that.
Williams.
Robbie Amell only posted it.
No,
He
someone
made the
else
mocap.
shared
A
with
role
me.
for himself.
I think you only shared.
I was the one talking in the stream that Robbie ML was the one doing mocap in that.
Oh man.
I
Okay,
do like
so
Robbie
let's
Amell a lot, so I
let's
wouldn't mind
in the comics, the son is a member of Young Avengers. Okay, thank you, King. Okay, let's we talked about the movie and what it means and everything. Let's come to the plot and what it means in being in the MCU. So I think with Val's character being there, and she's the director now, and they want like to get vibranium and all of that. I think the first thing hit me right the first time watching, like literally no one showed, like no Avengers showed up for T'Challa's funeral.
Even I thought of that.
I'm like, really? Like they're so busy, like no one like
No,
even
but-
showed
But
up.
who realistically, who do you
the
want to show
timing.
up though?
I think
who
Captain
would be
America would
there?
be the one, like
Captain America would be an old man, right?
No,
So
but
maybe he was
dude,
there.
the new Captain America.
no, but do
I
you
think
think
Bucky at least should have shown. Like Bucky was with them, right,
Bucky
for a
would
long
have
while.
showed up, I think maybe. But other than Bucky, I don't like. I can't think like because I feel like the one Avenger which he had a good relation, which was Captain America, like Chris Evans' version, and he's now not there. And I feel like all the other mainstream Avengers,
Like, dude,
did he have?
he's like T'Challa was supposedly gonna be like, that's why he walks the first person to come out of the portal. He was actually gonna be the next.
See, that's a different thing, right? See, the main people that he interacted with or had a kind of connection are all gone. Like Iron Man is gone, Captain America is gone.
No, but that's what
Like he didn't have that moment with Falcon.
I actually made a reel that Iron Man and Black Panther never interacted on screen.
Civil War, they might have interacted.
No, there's
No,
not a
they
single scene where they talk to each other or interact with each other.
Okay. But
It's always in a third person
He
who's
was
in the
Team
cat
Iron
suit.
Man, right? He was in Team Iron Man, right?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. On screen, there's no interaction between the two characters ever.
Oh, okay. No, but what I agree with Harneet because I can't think of a single Avenger whose presence over there would have made it.
Like I think Captain the
See,
new
plus
Captain America
it's a
should have
personal
showed
thing
up.
for them, right? See, plus it's a
so
personal
that
thing
was
for
I
them.
was thinking. That was in my head. I was answering that maybe there was a official funeral somewhere else. They showed up, and this is like their personal grieving kind of Wakanda's.
Okay. I'm interested to know, like, if there was an official thing, who all do you think would have shown up? Like,
Those
because
who are-
I can't
those-
think of many
Wilson,
people that-
Sam Wilson, and
Sam
as you
Wilson
said,
and Bucky,
I didn't even
those
think
are the
Bucky,
two.
and you said Bucky. I'm like, yeah, that makes much sense.
No,
But-
but would Bucky show up? Because Bucky would not. Would Bucky even know?
Like
to
Bucky
show
is
up?
connected with Dora Milaje. They are in touch, you know.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
the
Yeah,
most.
that's
Oh, do you think Zemo would have shown up? Like,
No,
He
dude,
was as a raft.
he killed the king of the Wakanda, dude.
no. But dude, the entire plot of Civil War was him forgiving and.
But
See,
in
he
the
might have
Falcon and the
forgiven,
Winter
not
Soldier, Wakanda have him, right? He's prisoner in Wakanda.
He's at the raft.
Oh, he's at the raft. Okay. But why they are at the raft if Dora Milaje took him?
They took him to that prison.
Why?
because they're
They
cooperating
got
with
fed
the
up with
UN.
They were
right?
cooperating.
Okay.
No, but
He was a fugitive of the US government, right?
because the Raft TV show needs to happen.
That's called the Thunderbolts movie.
Thunderbolts over, yeah. But I'll just say, like, it's different. Like, I didn't feel like so like the only example I can think of, which is a bit weird, is like in Crisis in the CW, like when Green Arrow dies, Stephen
Really,
Amell
dude?
dies. Like they had everyone come
Did you
up
really
there.
go
And,
there?
no, but because like, dude, that's the only universe that we have, right? Like, and in that, I really like the fact that they brought Grant in, they brought Melissa in, because these are the characters that he worked with, and they were still, like how Harneet said, they were not gone, they were still around. So it made sense for them to come for his funeral. But in this case, I'm actually
That
glad
famous-
that
it was
That famous.
It was
fellow-
more of a traditional kind of a thing that was going on,
Yeah.
right? They were celebrating his life. Then
Yeah.
So
and and that's something
That's
I think
my reasoning.
others
also.
might have not
That's what I'm
understood.
Thinking.
I was gonna send the meme in the chat, but they can't send photos in this chat.
No, I'm just making counter argument saying that even if it was not that, even if you take that out, in spite of that, I still wouldn't mind none of the other like Avengers showing up, because like Harneet said, all of them who had a close connection with T'Challa are kind of gone. So I agree with that.
Nah, things like I would have gone if I knew
Arey, but
T'Challa.
it's
I
not-
would have-
See, would you have been invited? That's the first question.
you wouldn't find Wakanda. Like you will just go there. And
See, Black Panther. See, T'Challa had a connection with those guys, right? Not Shuri, not his mother.
yeah,
Shuri
And
had
when
with them,
T'Challa-
right? Shuri had with this
She just
White
had an
Wolf.
interaction with Bruce Banner
No,
and
White
Vision.
Wolf. White Wolf.
See, I'm saying I think they were not even invited for this thing. That's the whole point I am going with, because it was more personal to them. To
See,
I
Wakanda.
would love to see
I
their
would say,
reactions.
I would see. The point is, I'm practically maybe it didn't make sense to have them in the movie. So it totally makes sense. I'm not saying they should have, but I'm just wondering, like, in a in their world, in
See,
the real
it-
MCU, We are
Yeah,
thinking
I
I would
kind
love to
of-
see their reactions.
It kind
like,
of would have shifted focus from the movie that it's just a Black Panther movie. We talked about it in the starting, right? It's just a movie in its own thing. It might be setting up Thunderbolts and other things, but it's a Black Panther movie. It's a
like
Wakandan movie.
would you have mind like when at the end you see the cascade and they all surrounding just a wide pan shot and you see Avengers just standing there.
I would have minded that. I'm like, you guys don't even care. Like,
I don't know.
you guys didn't even.
Like, you
know
didn't
that,
have to like have us them coming, then talking, them having their own dialogues. Just a pan of them just standing there, and then we cut
No,
to
I would be-
we cut
See,
to them in the lab.
if it was
Dude, if
Bucky,
they bring
No,
in
we
Sam
actually cut to 1 year later.
see if it was Bucky alone standing there with the Durham Laje or at the back, I wouldn't have minded. But if it was Sam also and others also, it would not have made sense for me because Black Panther didn't have that personal connection with people.
Yeah.
He had with
completely
Bucky
agree.
because Bucky stayed with them, right?
Completely agree. But and I just want to say it'll be interesting to see their reactions now, like in whichever movies they come, like whenever they talk about the Black Panther or I'm interested to see
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what their reactions. Will be.
They did cover the fact that the Queen Mother had to mourn for T'Challa twice. First time Thanos killed him, and then second time he died again.
First time he died in Black Panther also.
Yeah. Wait, 3 times striked.
Why? Shut up.
Strike 3, you're out.
Shut up.
No, but hey,
Okay.
wait. I was a queen not snapped?
No,
Was she alive?
maybe she
alive through the
was.
snap?
Maybe she was.
It'd be interesting. To...
I don't think they mentioned.
Shuri got
So
snapped.
Nakia
right?
wasn't. Okoye wasn't.
Hmm. Shuri
Was
got
M'Baku
snapped, right?
snapped?
No, they didn't. We didn't see, right?
I think
He
there was a
wasn't
scene
on-
in Infinity War where they are panning in the field and we see few people going away, but it's M'Baku just standing and looking at everything, what's happening. So I'm
Okay,
guessing
that's
M'Baku didn't
interesting.
go away.
And in Endgame, they didn't cover that, right,
Shuri
in the
went.
first-
Shuri, it's confirmed Shuri was also snapped.
Shuri went, yeah.
M'Baku's
I think
comic
now
relief
the
is-
snap thing is like, I feel personally a snap, if someone was snapped, it should be a big deal in their life. But how we are just moving away from that.
It's lost its relevance, to be honest.
Yeah, so it actually for me not, but for the way the movies are going in MCU
Yeah, I mean,
now,
they
they
are
don't care.
treated in that way.
So I'm like really like, wouldn't that be the first topic? Like if you are begging eyes, right? Hey, were you snap? Like a what do you say? What do you call it? The catch-up line,
Yeah,
pickup line,
catching up.
the pickup line. Wouldn't
That'd
that be the
very
first?
weird pickup line?
No, not pickup line. Just breaking the ice, right? You don't know someone. Hey, how you? Hey, hi.
Like in
were you
Tinder,
snapped? Like that's the first topic.
bio says where you snap.
I'm saying something that Nolan doesn't have to use.
MCU में ऐसे बात करते
That's
होंगे long time no snap.
They got away from the snap. Yeah.
No, I think in Endgame they really focused on, especially the first snap on the snap.
Like,
Yeah,
that's why I feel like there should have been a movie between Endgame and Infinity War, which was just about the snap, and like they just moved. I think, I don't know, man. I thought
No,
they,
do you want a
with
movie
their
or a-
shows, right? They'll really focus on it, but even that they
Yeah.
just, rushed in and just went off. So
No, but do you want a movie or like a Disney Plus thing? Because I don't know what a movie.
that time there
could
was no
do,
Disney Plus, right? So
Oh yeah.
You should
I
have
was-
gotten a special presentation or something like that.
That would have been a good idea.
like anything, man. It like how Snap changed. Like we have like in Spider-Man, there's a there was the thing of Aunt May's doing to relocate people. In Falcon and Winter Soldier, we had that thing. But like, I want stories like in WandaVision, her mother, not her mother, her herself,
Yeah,
Monica Rambeau.
yeah.
Monica is the mother, right?
Maria-
Dude, just move. Just
Maria,
move on.
The Rambo, like
Yeah.
Maria Rambo, right?
Maria was okay. Maria was mother. Monica was a daughter. So when she just goes away and comes back suddenly, that moment.
Oh yeah, that was really good. Yeah, now I remember that.
Even in Black Widow, right? We had a moment.
Yeah,
like that.
Yelena का पूरा दिखाया था
Yeah,
ना.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Now I remember.
It's like it should have been a big deal, but they just went off with it. So okay, I'm fine. Because like Ryan Coogler, I think said that so I didn't know that. I thought that Ryan Coogler got to know about Chadwick beforehand, and they hadn't like started Black Panther 2. But now I learned that he has already written a script for Black Panther 2. Then he got a call from Chadwick.
Right. It was like a very long script.
Yeah.
300 pages long.
So it was like it was supposed to dealt with T'Challa's having grief that he lost those 5 years and couldn't be with his people in Wakanda. And maybe that script also has Namor in it.
Yeah, it has Namor on it.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have maybe like covered a lot of the similar points, but they had to obviously change it.
It should have stayed between Wakanda and Talokan. Love the part of the story. So I liked how two communities, different communities, they represent something, and they are against each other. Wow, pin drop silence.
No, but I
Like
was
in the
thinking-
movie, there is a reference. There was a reference to the movie.
What?
Silence. Silence.
There's
Nice one.
No, but, okay, I have a question. Do you think Martin Freeman's character would end up in like since he's rescued in the end, like is he going to like stay in Wakanda now or
The new White Wolf.
the new?
Okoye is getting her own Disney Plus series, right? And he
Really?
might show
There's
there.
talks about that, so not.
No, she is. It's confirmed now.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
one
So he
line.
might show up there.
Oh, that'll be cool.
See, he's a fugitive now from the US government, so he can't be.
No, I was
Like
thinking, what if
roaming around.
Wakanda like makes him their this what do you
White
say?
Panther. White
Oh, like
Panther.
representative. Like,
Yeah. Like liaison.
Representative, yeah.
Yeah.
oh, that'll be.
I love that scene where Shuri just kicks.
But I don't think
Shuri-
that's gonna happen.
Like the
Why would
moment he touches
Wakanda?
Chris, they'll be like, get him, catch him.
Like it would again backfire with people, right? Because it's like you need a white man to represent a black country again, so that might create controversy.
No, but he's this right? What do you say?
He's a PR guy.
I know, not PR guy, dude. Like, what do you call it, yaar? Hey,
Social
peace out,
media
Shelly. Bye bye. Not social manager, dude. What are you guys talking about? I'm talking about
He's
social media manager. अरे I'm talking about
इतने प्यार से हमें कभी भाई नहीं बोला इसने.
guys, please shut up. Don't do it. अरे what do you call it? Yeah, the external minister, whatever that thing is.
Foreign minister.
Foreign Affairs.
Yeah,
Foreign
like
Affairs
something like
Minister.
that. Foreign representative. For
Minister of
Liaison. It's called a
external of
liaison.
external affairs.
Okay.
External of External Affairs.
See again
That's
that
supposed
that
to.
thing that I said about a white man representing a black country, it will again pop up in people's head, even in the MCU and outside the MCU. Like the viewers might reject that. So
I think I can see him like taking on an advisory role, like not like being the main
Yeah.
person, but like a support role for the.
yeah.
Okay, that'll be, I think, cool. Yeah.
everybody gangster until Martin Freeman is the king of Wakanda.
Like imagine him challenging M'Baku.
Like we have not seen him and
Yeah,
Doctor
dude,
Strange
see, he's
interact
been
even
working
once.
out
Right?
also when you saw, right? He's been working out and all. Like, he looks
No,
fit
that
now.
see the moment she said that, he should have known that something's up with her. Like the moment she
No,
started saying stuff like
dude, no, but dude, even when they showed him jogging first, I also noticed. I was like, he looks. Did he get fit? He looks fitter.
that. No, but
I said
it's an ex-wife telling that you look fit. He should have known that. She's
Dude,
on to me. Like,
dude, no, even I fell for it. Okay, like when she got out of the car and all, I'm like, oh, even she has a blind spot at least. Like I actually believe that she was like.
I
didn't
now
want to hear it
understand
anymore.
why you fell for Talia Al Ghul.
Another reference.
One line from Black Panther that didn't age well. As you can see, I'm not dead.
Dude, stop it. That was supposed to be in the chat, not here. I guess Varun is not gonna show up.
Sahil might. He fell asleep.
Varun
Ayo.
is busy managing the MCU properties and all.
Varun will appreciate that comment. But okay, I think anything else you guys want to talk about?
The music was amazing. I don't think we really touched upon
I
it.
love the music where T'Challa's this casket is going up, and you hear the
Mhm.
ancestor plane music from first movie.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that
Right,
hit me.
right.
That hit me
The,
really.
That
the
was really good.
ancestral plane thing confused me. How did Shuri end up inside the throne, the broken down throne room?
So even Kingmonger went there, right, where his father died.
Yeah, Killmonger actually went to their apartment where his father
So
died.
your ancestor
Oh,
plane is where you want to have it, like
oh, yeah.
where your ancestor is there.
Oh,
So for
okay.
her, for she
For her,
Queen
she
Amanda
wanted
died there only,
vengeance.
right? Queen
Yeah.
Amanda died there only.
She wanted vengeance and everything, so she actually called upon Killmonger in that phase.
But I was not expecting Killmonger. The moment the
Dude,
camera
I
goes,
was
I'm
so
like, oh
shocked.
shit,
See,
it's Killmonger.
even though I was expecting it, the scene actually made me speechless. Like I did not expect the scene to be that good.
And I
The
loved,
interaction between
I
them.
love that we cut that scene and she wakes up out of it. And then in later when she's stabbed, right? That scene comes back where what she replied to him.
Right,
That
right,
I'll make him, beg for mercy. And I'll
right,
kill him
right.
that moment, that I love that, they saved it for the end. And even, when she
True, true.
wakes up and then she kicks that thing and Riri Williams like, can I also have it?
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
I
Yeah.
liked her character overall. Uh,
I also liked how Shuri's Black Panther suit, like it also uses her tech, like like she used to use those shooters even in Infinity War. I remember, like,
yeah, yeah.
so she's kind of, it's like taking that also into consideration. Like she's going to be a different type of Black Panther, like different from T'Challa. But in terms of the music, I like even that Wakanda theme, which was so famous in the first one. I like how they were like so cautious in using it. They were like, this is like gold dust. So they only, I think, used it once or twice, I think. And I thought the placement of that was also really good. The way they use that theme. And also the last, that song when the movie ends, like just before the mid-credit scene, that was also really, like, I thought that was really meaningful.
Yeah. But Letitia, right, man. She won me over in that scene where she talks to M'Baku, that I'm gonna kill him and like that sequence scene. And then
And
M'Baku is shocked to hear
M'Baku
all of this.
kept quiet.
Yeah,
M'Baku kept quiet.
like
Like,
she made him
okay.
quiet,
M'Baku in his mind was like, ooh, 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 ooh.
That was really good, man. Like the performances, man. I don't like. But still, my favorite film is Civil War. But even the performances, this film, I don't cannot compare with anything in my MCU. Like
I like M'Baku's joke about what's her name, Nakia. The Queen Mother will reward her with
with lifeline management. That's a good joke.
I also like how when he said when M'Baku changes his stance and he suggests that maybe we should not kill Neymar, and one of the thing was like, you were willing to do much much more when he was just threatening us. Like I don't know, I thought he really, like, that was kind of fun. Like it was really fun to see them interact, M'Baku and the elders of Wakanda.
He called Okoye a bald-headed demon, right?
Oh, that was
Yeah.
great. Yeah, that was also good. Yeah.
And on
Mona is
that
getting
note,
tired. Needs to wake up early tomorrow, Mona, at
मोना को
6
नींद नहीं
o'clock.
आ रही है.
Oh my god.
and on that note, everyone, keep geeking out.
Keep geeking out, keep sleeping out.
So I
Okay,
think
that's
the
all.
film Wakanda Forever is getting banned in China because of that LGBTQ scene.
Oh God, they keep banning everything in China. It's like
Wait,
What
which was
what
LGBTQ scene?
LGBTQ
Are
scene?
that in the end, when they are partying and Nakia, right? Nakia, she kisses the Dora Milaje on the head
Oh
and
yeah,
she
yeah.
says, "Thank you, my love."
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
That wasn't Nakia,
Seriously,
dude.
like,
Like that scene
was
can
the-
be interpreted as anything, but China is like, no.
no, but I admire Disney not cutting it.
Who knows?
They're like,
What if?
okay, tomorrow they're like, Disney has cut.
Dude, at this point, no, I doubt China, the Chinese citizens are getting any form of entertainment.
No, Black Adam might release that and help them cross like
Oh,
over.
dude, you don't expect that even the Chinese government can't stop The Rock.
Yeah, the Rock's coming, baby.
Man,
He'll just smolder at them, and their government will collapse.
Can't stop the rock train.
even Disney is actually laying off some people.
No.
Why?
Oh, recession.
Did Elon Musk take over Disney also?
Dude, you saw how Elon Musk is firing people? He's sending them memes in the email.
Did you guys know the what happening with the verified account fiasco?
Yeah.
I just don't
Like
care,
anyone
man.
can get a verified account, blue tick with just $8 a month,
No,
and people have been making fake accounts.
They shut it down. They shut it down.
Yeah, after
Just-
one day they shut it down, and then so much stuff is happening. No one can keep up now. Like even Musk doesn't know what is
So
happening.
you know what happened? So people are saying that Elon Musk just did it like that for fun, that I'll buy Twitter, because he thought it will never happen. But because he did that, he couldn't back out. So if he had back out, he had to pay the penalty of $1 billion. But just because of ego, he paid $44 billion to get it.
He
now
should have
it's
just
firing
released
people.
this Endgame again. They would have made one more billion.
I really just don't care, man. Like, he bought it, he can do whatever he want, he can burn it to the ground. Who cares? Like, people are
The
fighting
people,
as
the
if,
people
their
working
rights.
there care. The people
He
working
is
there
actually
care.
burning it to the ground, I guess.
No, like,
People
no,
working,
forget the
their jobs
people
are
working.
going.
I'm talking about the people who use Twitter. Like, as if, he's taking away their, birthhood, birthright.
Right.
Like, no, you didn't born with Twitter and he's taking away your freedom.
No, that is true. But for me, the only thing would be like if it gets burned to the ground, it'd be like it's honestly one of my favorite social media apps.
You can come to
Considering
Insta then,
Just delete Twitter. The world would be such a better
Yeah,
place.
I think come
cancel
on, man. I like
culture is
Twitter a lot more
cancer.
than Insta. So that's the only thing, but it's
See,
okay.
Twitter is
Someone
the
else will make
best place
something
to
else.
reach out to people, directly reach
right.
out to like big personalities or celebrities.
And even like complain to brands. Nona does it every time. Like, how would Nona now know whether subtitles are there or not? Like, for
My
Inox movies.
90% existence on Twitter is asking about their subtitles or not.
And when Nona asks, I'm like, oh, this movie is releasing. Oh, okay.
Oh man. So anything
Okay,
else? What
No,
to
I
look
think
forward
it-
to? Is the end of phase 4.
Look,
I think as
I
everyone
mean,
said in the beginning, it's like this movie is bigger than MCU.
much
you know?
bigger.
So they don't care which phase, whatever. It doesn't
Exactly.
matter. But still, it's the end of phase 4. So, what do you expect
I'm
from
so
phase
glad
5?
we're done with it.
Do
Wait, we have the Christmas special, right?
Yeah.
The Guardians, I think, right? That might be good. But usually Guardians is good.
Yeah, banda was doom on null, doom on null, doom. I can't wait for Morbius to return again in phase 5.
This Fantastic Four movie is in phase 5 or 6?
पता भी नहीं भाई कोई तो फेज में आ रहा है
Nolan should be knowing, no? He's like the big Fantastic Four
they
promoter.
moved it? They moved it, right?
So it's phase 6, is it?
Yeah, Fantastic Four was supposed to close off Phase 4, but they moved it.
Okay, so it's still phase 5 then, is it?
Fantastic Four and where to find them.
Oh my god.
No ना
Hmm.
शांत इतना शांत क्यों हो
I'm
गया भाई?
actually reading the whole story behind the production of Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
So is it the link which I sent or?
No, I'm reading on Wikipedia.
Okay
Oh.
then. Okay.
Good source.
Very reliable news source.
Yeah. No, it's only us man in the chat, so like no much attention. Like,
आधे से ज्यादा
Given to us.
assignments तो Wikipedia नहीं बचा है.
yeah. No, I mean it's just us three. Now, if some other people would be there, he would be more involved in the stream.
Arey, his super chat left. No.
I don't know. I'm talking about Harneet. What are you talking about?
Ronaldo doesn't care about us. Or Ronaldo
So anything? I think we're just wasting time waiting for Varun.
Yeah, yeah. Let's end it. I need to sleep.
And Nolan also needs to sleep.
I've
Yeah,
been yawned 4 times, right?
yeah.
All
Not
same.
you have to wake up in 6 hours.
Oh,
I have to
that.
wake up in less than 6 hours.
No, tomorrow gym is
Wait.
closed. So
Why is gym closed tomorrow?
see, Friday is a break day for me. Like after 3 days workout, 1 day break. Then Saturday, I'm like today break again. Today's Sunday.
Sunday is a
Today
dog.
I was
Even
like I have to
God
go
took
for the
rest on Sunday,
movie
right?
and this and that. So today also break. And
Ah,
tomorrow
even
gym is
God took
closed.
break on Sunday.
I have to get up tomorrow at 5:30 because of gym.
Okay, guys, you heard our
Why are we telling
schedules.
the lies?
Very anticlimactic end to this stream. We were just wasting time not talking about the film.
We were padding up the runtime.
I think we all are tired and we all were just, I think, done with whatever we want to share with the film. And I expected
Yeah.
more people to show up, but they didn't.
This stream was actually very civil if you think about it.
I didn't read the chat, so maybe.
No, the chat is also like
Chat was
nothing
also
but
very civil compared. It was very. It was like you rated.
very clean.
It's very
But
PG.
Andor is over. Get to start
No,
watching Andor.
ironically, every episode of Andor feels like a bloody finale. And then there's
I'm
then
actually
next week I find out there's
thinking
another
to
episode.
catch up on Andor and we can live stream the finale. We
Is
can
Andor
watch.
good though? Is
I'm
Andor
hearing
good?
it's the best Star Wars
Yeah,
thing ever.
it's interesting.
I mean, I'm here.
Best
So,
Star
are
Wars
people
thing ever
saying it's?
created.
Are people saying it's even better than Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Oh,
For
okay.
me,
But
anything
Mandalorian is
to
not
do-
good.
See,
It's
for
okay.
me,
It's like cool.
for
No,
me,
I
the,
like Mandalorian.
the only reason I'm into Star Wars is because of the Jedi. So for me, anything with a Jedi
This
in
is
it is
before.
good, which is why I'm still biased towards Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Obi-Wan
No,
was
Obi-Wan was cool. I liked Obi-Wan, but it was fine. Like,
Ah.
I
but
haven't watched
and see,
Obi-Wan
I
yet.
just saw Rogue One, and I really liked it. Like, it's like
Rogue One
a
was amazing.
like
man.
next level. Like Star Wars for me, that's like the best movie, and then comes the Last Jedi. You know?
No, wait. So this is obviously before Rogue One, right?
Yeah,
Andor?
this is like basically what Rogue One was to A New Hope, right?
Ah,
Andor series is to Rogue One.
okay.
So
okay.
season 2 last scene would be, Andor, the guy finding out that there's a pilot.
Okay.
know,
But it's
and
season
he-
2, so they confirmed 2 seasons. is it?
Yeah, they're already shooting season 2.
Oh, okay. So they had that much story. Okay, okay. Now I'm
So
intrigued.
basically, it's like story of normal people in Star Wars universe,
yeah.
which who
But
don't
the
even know
idea-
what is Empire, what's happening.
No, but what Andor is doing now is actually showing the dark side of the rebellion. Like everyone thinks like the rebellion is good, the rebellion is the best thing
That's
that
what the
happened
Last
to the
Jedi did,
galaxy.
right?
Galaxy, but what Andor is actually revealing is like all the dark things that the rebellion had to do. Like they let people die, they sacrificed members and all. Like they literally let 50 people walk into a trap so that the Empire wouldn't know that they had a spy.
So they're exploring more on
So
that.
that's what
interesting because-
the Last Jedi show, right, in the beginning, that how many people just die to take this ahead.
No, but what they did, no, they also like the guy who's starting the rebellion, right? He actually, after they finished the mission, he actually like sent the people to kill Cassian Andor.
Okay, okay, maybe it's too spoilery. Maybe
They're
we'll
like
just
they want to
watch it and
they
see.
want to
So, but
eliminate
I feel
eliminate
like
loose
they're-
threads.
so these were things that was implied in Rogue One, but never really explored. So I'm kind of glad that they're exploring this in Andor. So I think I'll also maybe give it.
I love the story behind Rogue One, that this actor made it and it was horrible, and this other guy joined in and made it better, and that guy is now
Yeah,
making the show.
You know, like one of the subplots in Andor is actually that this guy's plan is to make the Emperor actually make the rules more stricter so that people suffer more and want to join the rebellion.
Okay, now you're talking too much. Shut up. That's too much.
You didn't have these many thoughts for Wakanda Forever.
Okay, guys, just before we end, final thoughts on Wakanda Forever. Oh
really
my
want to do
god. Look who showed up.
Now he's going to think we're pranking him, dude.
Yeah, not. Let him find his picture. Then he comes
Yeah,
on video. By the time stream will end. So by the time you guys, your final thoughts on Wakanda Forever.
Look, it was like honestly, it felt like a breath of fresh air. Like very few movies for me, like especially post COVID, has really very few movies I walked out of the theater feeling very happy, like happy, like because of the emotions of the movie that really resonated with me. Like maybe there was Top Gun, maybe there was Spider-Man No Way Home. That like very few movies. Like it's very slim pickings for me. Like something about going through theaters has not really hit my sort of spirit of usually going to the theater. So I am really like when I finished watching Wakanda Forever, I had a big smile in my face because I'm like I actually saw a movie. That was my emotion coming out, and it was really well done. It had so much care put into it. So I think it's definitely one of the MCU's best. It's definitely one of the best of the superhero genres as well.
Nolan.
Just another Marvel movie. No, but actually, like I liked M'Baku's scenes, man. Like his comic relief was timed perfectly, and the way he does it also. Like I like that actor now.
It's very organically done. It's
That's
not
your
forced.
final thoughts on Wakanda Forever?
Dude, I just watched the movie. I haven't formed thoughts yet. Like I watched it, what, 4 hours back?
No, more than that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's like see, some characters stay with you even after it. So like M'Baku
So
stays
you're
with
planning
me.
to watch it again?
no, like I will think over it like over a few days and all. Like it takes time for me
And
to
you'll
form
check your bank
thoughts on the
balance
movie.
and then decide.
Rohit?
I thought it was a very cathartic experience. Like it was like grieving with your own loved ones or a loved one who has passed. You know. So I think in that way it was incredible. And movies are supposed to be these immersive experiences, right? And and that's what this movie was. It wasn't a movie, it was an experience. It felt like you were there witnessing everything.
Agreed.
Yeah.
There he is. There he
So
is.
guys, thank you for watching. I hope Okay, Sahil, I'll give it to you. The mic. Your overview, your thoughts, what you like, what you didn't like, and the final thoughts within 2 minutes. Come on.
Sahil, first of
Go,
all,
go,
nice.
go, go, go.
Sahil, first of all, a very nice haircut.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I really
very
got
nice.
it.
And
Oh my
also,
God.
like, England won, so I
Five,
just wanted to put that.
15 seconds already gone. Huh?
England won, no?
Come
England
on,
won.
no way home. Okay, it was better than No Way Home. Okay, first of all, I cannot believe I missed this scene out of all the ones.
Even we
have.
cannot.
Yeah.
As a
Sahil,
Marvel
Sahil,
fan,
So much about this movie.
you
Sahil
are a
told me
Marvel
you better not
14.
miss the stream. He told me this.
What?
You told me this. You better not miss the stream.
Yeah, I told him to not miss the scene because I wanted to talk so much about this.
Like, me and Rohit are like typical DC fans,
See,
and we
you know
still
what
came
you
here,
can
like,
do, which also everyone watching, guys,
including Nolan.
the thing you
Sorry.
can do is that this is a live stream. It will be up on YouTube, so you can listen to it again and feel like
And
you
then
are
leave comments.
in the
I
discussion.
will do that. I want to hear this DC fans' opinions also on this movie.
We all hated it. Go.
Man, this I don't know. Okay, first of all, first show like I obviously watched this first day first show. Uh, I actually watched it. So the first part when I watched Black Panther one, I watched it in New Jersey. A pretty dominant like the black community is there, so that's why the entire hall was filled with black people, and that's why it was a
Racist.
very different experience for me. It's
Just
the
kidding.
truth.
Just kidding.
So, but this one I watched it with a lot of white people for some reason. Like there were
Racist.
very few black people. But still, everyone was enjoying it. That's what I like about these movies, about both of these movies because it connects with the people a lot more than just okay. Only Marvel fans can watch this movie. I think just even if you're not a fan of comic books, you can still love these movies, and that's what these movies connect with a lot with. That's what I liked about the first movie, and that's what I love about this movie also. You can actually go without having the knowledge of. Very good. So, So the best part about this is that like you can go without having the knowledge of other MCU projects also, and that's what makes it have a scope of reaching to a wider audience than just the MCU fans and also DC fans who want to shit on MCU movies. So that's just about the outside of this movie. About inside, love the soundtrack. I felt the acting was great. One of the most well structured movies. I know there's one criticism of about the movie, which is that it is slow or it is not like not much is happening for lot for a huge part of his time. I'm not sure if this has been discussed till now, but I believe since this was a mourning movie, people like the characters, even the filmmakers were mourning about Chadwick Boseman's death. I think that's why they had to go through this slow phase. And like they wanted to have this movie go in a slow phase because they didn't want to make it look like, hey, did you just forget the Black Panther died? And I believe that's why they went with the approach that let's have it like let the flow of the movie be slow in the starting, and then maybe we can just go move on to the action parts. Loved. Okay, this is a spoiler one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So loved Killmonger's scene. Loved it. It was probably the best part of the movie, for me at least. I obviously I was a huge fan of Killmonger as a villain, and I wanted him to be as Killmonger. But this was a surprise. It was definitely a surprise that he came in the ancestral pain and he gave Shuri some thoughts and all that, and that kind of did change how the third phase of the movie like panned out. And at the end, also all the Civil War references, especially around the vengeance and everything. And basically the last line which Shuri says to Namor before
Vengeance has
making him
consumed
yield.
us.
Yes. Oh my God, I loved that Ryan Coogler respects so much of the of all the movies which have come before him. He was not just making references to Black Panther 1, but he was also making to a movie which came in 2016. That was like one of the
Just like Taika Waititi, right?
no way, man. He was not doing it. Like at his third part,
That's the
he
joke.
fucked up.
That's the joke.
Okay. He fucked up in the third part. So this is what I told Rohit after I came out of the cinema halls also, that Ryan Coogler probably would be the second best actor I have in MCU after the Russo brothers, because he respects the material. He respects what has happened, and he has made sure that he respects that, and he still delivers something very new. This movie was so new, so fresh. We have not seen this in any other MCU movie. I'm sorry.
Even with
I shouldn't have said that.
Riri Williams, right? All the Iron Man connections and throwbacks, but without
Yeah.
making it like the whole scene of Shuri visiting her is like Tony Stark visiting Peter Parker in Civil War.
Yes. That is true.
Even
But
that scene,
I believe this was more smooth. They
Yeah.
want Shuri. She wanted to go to meet the Chadwick Boseman. In Civil War, it was just like we want to introduce Spider-Man. Let's go to Queens. Yeah. Like that is one of the couple of criticism which Civil War gets, that Spider-Man was, or Peter Parker was shoehorned into the movie just because they bought the rights. But in this,
You know,
it was not that case. Yeah, tell me.
this to those
Arey,
people
yeah.
who say that.
Okay. And you were saying this to me.
Sahil, I think all your thoughts are very good, but this was actually the Morbius 2 stream. I'm not very
Arey,
sure why you were talking about Wakanda Forever, but
What is that movie? So basically, what you talked, right? We talked like an hour, 20 minutes before. So anything new?
How would he know?
what do you want?
Any favorite scenes? Like we talked about, like Queen Ramonda and
Killmonger?
Okoye scene.
Killmonger scene was one of my favorites. Shuri's like when she became Black Adam, when she became Black Panther.
It's still a
The crossover we needed.
Queen Monga and Shuri as Black Adam.
when she became Black Panther, and when everyone else accepts her, I think that was a very powerful scene. I really like that scene. The underwater scenes with Namor when he shows her the entire the entire place, that was great. That was really beautiful. Uh, it was all like I'm assuming other people also watched it in IMAX, so it was definitely way more beautiful than a normal screen. I want to watch
I mean, I
this.
feel like that was unnecessary information, making us all feel bad. But okay, go on.
Okay. I want to watch the movie again just for that. Honestly speaking, the backstory of the villain was very very well. Like it got a good
Villain?
footage. I believe. Sorry,
Villain?
anti-hero,
Antagonist role, like I guess.
antagonist. Okay, let's say antagonist. So that was good.
What did you What do you think about the music? That's something which we
I think he
didn't cover
talked
that
about
much.
it. He talked
That was
about
the best part of for me at least. I believe I have not heard a better OST than this for many years now. Probably maybe Infinity War was great.
it. You haven't heard Badass Ravi Kumar.
What is that?
The music which was playing during the Talokan introduction.
That was great. Oh my god. Even the last one when they're showing the tribute to Black Panther. What was the name of the song? Rohit?
Lift me up.
Lift me up, yeah.
Lift
Yeah.
me
Yeah,
up.
Left Me. Oh my god, that was. I actually wanted to cry at that time. I don't know. I didn't cry, but I wanted to cry at that time for sure.
What about the post credit? Doctor
Mid
Doom
credit,
reveal.
right?
There was a mid credit.
Doctor Doom reveal.
There was no-
Right. Doctor Doom, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
there
really cool.
Doctor Doom reveal.
What?
What? There was no Doctor Doom reveal.
Yeah, there was.
What? What are you talking
Yeah, I mean, I
about?
was actually kind of confused, but yeah, but I thought it was really cool. Like, I'm not very much aware of the villain, but yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, matlab Doctor Doom when he comes and says it's dooming time. I love it.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, we could have stretched it
knew it.
more, Rohit. Come on. He
I
was
was going to
almost,
go
he
on
was
detail.
almost like questioning his life. That
I
how
was
I
going to
want
go on
to make
detail
sure
about
everyone
how
else-
the green
okay,
cloak
okay,
looked
I
and all.
want to
Like,
make sure everyone else in the stream. I told everyone else, do not watch the post credit because there's no post credit scene.
like you saw it first, right? That time they didn't edit it. So they added it later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They could have put it in the Indian version, right?
They changed the villain and antagonist from Namor to Doctor Doom.
yeah, Namor gets stabbed in the end, like, and he just comes and he grabs an Infinity Gauntlet, which comes out of nowhere, and
No,
he's
no,
like,
no.
"I'll do it." This
Namor
time.
bursts, and inside from him, Doctor Doom
Yeah.
comes out. Like, it was all
has-
him all along.
Yes, he
Oh.
has
And then the
Ant-Man's-
music happened, like the dance
The
scene
Doom
happens.
says, if you want to get something done, you gotta do it yourself.
Anything else? It's actually good you showed up because it like had the quick wrap up of it.
I have one question. I forgot the question. Just give me 1 minute.
Dude,
I was
you
just
have
checking
to
the
check it.
box office of it, and dude, the
I wrote
film
it
did
down
330
because-
million
What the
within the weekend.
It
That-
basically did what Black Adam did
Yeah,
the entire
Black
run.
Adam's total thing they did
Which,
it in
look,
one weekend.
Look, I'm not downgrading Black Adam here because look, it was a new DC property, and look, let's be honest, it's not as good of a movie as even Black Panther, what Black Panther 1 did. So I totally understand why it made that much. I don't think it's fair to judge it with Black Panther 2, but yeah.
So
it's-
Marvel also comes with this, right? That they are known for good films, so people already
yeah.
go.
Like the brand value is there, right?
Yeah.
Which is not.
Okay, so just two questions. One is this what was the name of this Ironheart? How was she shown to be so like battle ready in the movie when she's just
Because-
a kid and she just
that
like-
you didn't see the post-credit scene, huh? She's Doctor Doom's daughter.
okay, come on, no, tell me.
She built the suit, right? She wasn't battle ready. She
She
built
was
the
all
suit.
she had already
She was-
built her own suit, and she was going out with
Yeah.
it because there was YouTube videos about it. So that means she was
I-
quite
I
advanced
understand
in
what
that.
Sahil is asking though. Like,
But
how could
how
she
is
be
it
so
battle ready?
competent in battle? Is what I think he's
But
asking.
how
And
was
I-
Tony Stark trained in any way? No,
No, he had 3 movies to get trained.
No, but even
Yeah, and
first movie
Tony's-
was going out
In the
fighting
first
people.
movie also he was
No.
flying
First
probably.
movie he was taking
First
on
movie, he
like
fought just
terrorists
one
and stuff.
guy
Oh,
and
dude.
he solved that problem.
Dude, the
Yeah,
AI
but
was,
he-
the AI
he
was
made-
helping her.
He made a suit out of metal. She made a suit out of
Yeah.
Wakandan vibranium.
No,
And
I can
and
answer
and
all of your questions.
Shuri's AI was helping her.
You know what
I'll
was
ask
my
you a good question. Why did Avengers didn't show up for Black Panther's funeral?
No,
I
no
no,
one
no,
cares
come
about
on,
that.
that is. I'm talking about the movie only. Talking
Oh
about the
yeah,
movie only.
I never
What is the
mentioned
movie?
my biggest issue with the movie. Their technology is so advanced, but no one thought to put railings on the edge of their ship. Everyone's just falling off.
What?
The
What?
ship, the Wakandan ship.
Yeah.
No one thought to put railings
तो रेलिंग
around.
के ऊपर से गिर जाते हैं ना.
How would they really stop them? How would
It
they
wouldn't
really
stop
stop
them.
them?
They
No,
wouldn't
which
slide
ship you're
off.
talking about? And in the
The
climax.
final ship. The final
Yeah.
ship.
Are that's dude, they are not kids that they'll fall off.
No, but dude, it's like just a
Arey,
flat. It's just a flat surface, right?
See,
So the ship started rocking. They're slipping off.
no,
And you know,
see,
Anything
right?
make the ship to rock like.
you know what
See,
was
no,
That happened
Nolan,
because of the water thing.
no, Nolan, railings would have helped with the Lazarus pit, but it wouldn't help.
Answer my question.
Sir,
but
you
you
came
can't-
late. Stop demanding answers first of all.
No, no, I have an answer. I would like to answer Sal's question. See, I think what Nona and Nolan said was correct about her having vibranium armor, and she was inside the armor like a lot like how Bruce Banner was inside the Iron Man suit in Infinity War. Like he also didn't have much experience. But I think the main thing is the main thing is she was not very competent actually. If you look at it, like she got attacked multiple times in that battle. Like she was probably the weakest fighter of all of them, in spite of having that suit. That's what I noticed. Like
So
she
you
got
think
easily.
she was just flying around?
Yeah.
Maybe
And she
that
got taken out many times, right? Like I saw her getting attacked many
many
times, in spite of having such a big
Her
suit.
job
So-
was not to fight, just to distract Namor. So if she gets a hit on him, and they'll just trap him in that ship.
Okay, yeah. And she
So
did
that's
that.
my answer.
She did that
Sorry.
in the starting, and then after that, so basically they were not even anticipating a huge war, which did happen. But
They didn't expect it to go to that point, I think.
Yeah,
Like
that
to
point.
that much
They,
extent.
the moment they got Namor, they were supposed to leave.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
and the ship got all caught up in that.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Last question. Why did Namor had like no idea or did not mention about the blip or the or Thanos or whatever? Like
Because
We
even
talked about
Marvel
this
has been
also.
ignoring it.
We talked about this also.
Because Marvel also has been ignoring it and just going with it.
I was
So
actually
that's why.
thinking, is
Did
Namor
this
get snapped and all, like, because
no. In this movie only, they showed like the Wakanda's talking about blip and the and about Thanos and about the snap and everything. Like they did have a couple of dialogues about this across the movie, but Namor was not talking about it. I have one theory about.
We mentioned that also actually. We were like, the Queen Mother never even mentioned the fact that she had to mourn T'Challa's death 3 times.
in the
Three
first
times.
movie.
He died in the first movie also.
Then
Oh,
the
that
blip.
was okay.
No, but we said that. What if she was also snapped, right?
Yeah, we don't know if she was also snapped.
Oh no, we should. They did mention that she was not stamped and she was maintaining, like she was being the queen.
Yeah, I think that was mentioned in Endgame, right? Even I feel like that may
I
have
think,
been
yeah.
mentioned in Endgame.
Sometimes they have shown that like she was there
Probably,
already.
yeah.
She
No,
maintained-
Sahil, I think my answer is Neymar probably he doesn't care about the surface world, right? So maybe like okay,
No, but
are we saying that none of his
50% of living beings were supposed to die, right? And
so maybe
he-
none of the 50% was from him, from his.
they're like zombies. They are undead. We decided
I have one theory. Probably since they showed that they were like disease free and they were like not even getting killed by the attacks of Wakandans. Maybe they were immune to.
Oh,
The
wow, that's
Infinity
interesting.
Stones.
Did the fishes also snapped away?
The fishes are not disease free, but his people are.
No, I'm
Probably
saying,
he didn't realize. Or,
did the animals also snapped? Was snapped?
No, right? Because if resources are getting
if-
snapped, then
If
it wouldn't make
Groot was
sense.
snapped, a tree
I'm
was
assuming
snapped.
animals were first snapped. First of all, Groot is not even an animal; he's like some supernatural being only. But I believe animals did get snapped. I believe Namor they were immune to the for blip for some reason because they were like they can't die, right?
But
They
now,
were not
like, it's an ideological question about the snap. Like, if the resources are also getting snapped by half, then what's the point of what
So
Thanos
only
is doing?
vegans can survive.
the, the,
Well, technically, trees are also living beings.
The
So
Spanish
it's like
the Spanish conquistadors did the snapping for them.
No, dude.
oh, I think we've moved to very deep territory
Those are
now.
not the
like-
things you say. Okay, Simran asked, why did Shuri see Killmonger when she took the berry thing? And do you think
Because
that
she wanted to watch the world burn.
and do you think that things go bad because Queen Ramonda was thinking more like a mother than a queen?
No, she was always thinking like a queen.
No, but she wanted the daughter back, right?
And she even stripped the rank out of the Dora.
Yeah,
Milaje.
wouldn't you want the princess back? Like, like what?
It's the
Are
same
you
thing,
Mario? Are you Mario? You want a princess
I
back?
thought the same thing. I thought the same thing.
Oh my god, first time all of us saw the same thing. Same reference.
Ironheart ka favorite suit was a plot armor.
Yeah, but like, what would
I
have
think
been
that
the right
was-
thing? Just to tell him, because he, Namor told her that she's fine and she'll be with him in Talokan until we settle the things out, right?
Right.
But that was actually a distraction because already Nakia was in trying
Yeah.
to save her.
So
And
I
that
think
was
what,
actually a betrayal to him. That's why he killed her.
So I think what Simran is trying to say is that like she was maybe thinking more about her daughter than for Wakanda's interest, right? When she tried to rescue
But
Princess
what would
Shuri
have
from
been
them.
Wakanda's interest there?
Wakanda's interest probably would have been to kill the scientist.
That's what T'Chaka.
That's what the dad would have done, right?
Yeah,
so
T'Chaka, right?
like,
T'Chaka.
yeah. So that's what even Killmonger even said,
Killmonger,
right?
the way he says it, man. Like
So I think it all adds up when you start to
when
think
she
about
says,
it.
right, my mother, something she say.
What?
She says something, right? Like my mother died, something, and he says, don't take away from her. Don't take it away from her.
For the sacrifice. Don't take the sacrifice. Was it the sacrifice away from her? Like she died. Save. No, wait.
No,
I'm blanking.
he
Sorry.
said she's worth it, but it's not what she would have wanted.
Right. Something. Yeah.
Do you think Riri Williams, while drowning, she was singing "Lift Me Up"?
I think
No,
Rohit has
no.
gone to the guys. We are
No,
sorry to
Rohit. She
end this
probably
stream
thought
here.
she would meet Henry Cavill from Man of Steel when he's also like drowning. That's it.
As if fist bump कर रहा है पानी में.
And Rocky Bai shows up. Okay, anything else? We are only streaming right now because of Sahil, okay?
Yeah.
Do you think,
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
guys, I'm gonna say the N word, no more.
Man, someone stop this guy. He's coming out of the chat. I was okay with the chat, not this.
No, you were not okay. No, you only said no.
Do you
Don't put it
think
in the
no more
chat.
has the N word pass?
Oh my god. Anything else?
You really want to ask that? Like,
Mr.
I
Sahil
want Ryan
Mulchandani.
to make some more MCU movies. He should make.
I want him to do the Avengers movie, Secret Wars.
That would be great.
Can I be honest?
I believe that is already been done by Shang-Chi, that right?
No, he's doing Kang Dynasty.
That is
Oh,
an
oh.
Avengers movie only, dude.
I'm
No,
saying
no,
Secret
I-
Wars.
Oh.
But can I be honest? Like I read the interview like with him, and he sounds exhausted, man. Honestly, like he had to go through this entire process. So I honestly just want him to take a break. Like it was this movie was very like.
He's jealous. Manoj is jealous, right?
बेटे पैसे
No, no,
कहाँ
no.
से आएंगे?
Did
Break
you
तो
read
देंगे,
that
पैसे
article
कहाँ से
from
आएंगे?
the
ऐसा बहुत है महाबल के पास. Kevin Feige ऐसे.
Dude, the
देगा
film is
ऐसे.
supposed to come out in 2027 now. 2026.
Yeah, but see the way how Ryan Coogler works is he puts a lot of time in writing and putting it,
Arey-
and he's not like
What to say, man? India also lost. England won.
Oh, the colonizers won.
Live in life
Pakistan lost.
high.
Pakistan lost.
Guys, like people are questioning why the stream is still going on. Like,
Oh, sorry.
Who's
It's
questioning?
about me. कौन पूछ रहा है?
no, I'm doing that.
You don't count Nona as people, Sahil. What the fuck?
Nona wanted to close the stream a long time back.
No,
actually.
Nona
You know
is not people.
this stream-
Nona is not people. Nona is Kuklu.
Kukul Khan.
Just ruined it.
The serpent feather god.
My people call me Kukul Khan, but my enemies call me Nona Prince.
Guys, it's someone's god. Let's not, make jokes about
Who's
it.
God? Man?
That's a real god.
No, it
No,
is.
that's Mayo
Alright.
people really like
Mayan
The Mayans are dead,
Oh,
dude.
extinct.
what really?
My people call me
Come
Gul
to
Sikandar.
cancel me.
My people call me Gul Sikandar. Lekin my enemies call me Nona.
All right. I was gonna say something.
Keep geeking out.
Yeah, this stream.
Oh my
This
god.
stream started so well with the amazing monologue. by
Yeah,
me.
it was like an amazing extempo by Nona. Like 1 minute he talked non-stop without even taking a breath. Like everyone was amazed.
All things Mayan ended in 2012. What?
The Mayan calendar predicted
Calendar, right?
end of the world, no?
Ah.
World was ending, I guess. We're still here.
Ah. Anything else from the film? Future? We talked most
Why
of
do you
it.
keep asking that? You
I'm
know
asking
what it-
Sahil. I'm doing a repeat of everything we
I
already did.
think,
Sahil
are
is
we
getting
getting
down.
a Black Panther 3 before Avengers or not?
No.
Are we
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
what?
Check the chat. Check the chat. Rohit already announced the name.
Are we, are we getting the Black Panther 3 before Avengers movies or
I
not?
don't
no,
think
no,
so.
I don't
No,
think
no,
so.
no, nothing.
They said that
Never
they are
done.
already talking about like Black Panther 3. They have an idea and they want know where they want to go, but let's see. But I don't think it will come so soon.
If it does
There are
come up in-
rumors that Tom Holland has signed another trilogy for Spider-Man.
What? Tom Holland will play Black Panther?
Yeah, this guy is drunk, man. I'm ending the stream.
I have
Cool,
not
cool.
drunk.
So,
I'm
guys,
mostly-
we started the stream with the topic of grief and we ended with mayhem. I hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button, check out this other video, and we'll see you next time. Keep geeking out. And we'll be doing that phase 4 wrap up and ranking thing again. So do join us for that
Ranking of
also.
DC movies, right?
MCU movies. What DCU?
DCU.
Where DC? There's no DCU now.
There's no DCU, man.
Nolan, there is no DCU? I thought there was.
There's DCU now. E got removed.
So the thing we did, right? Remember one you were not happy with, the ranking
But then
of
everything will
MCU
be on
films.
bottom now if it's phase 4.
I loved it.
No, but you didn't like some movies were not there the way you wanted.
No, I was happy with the final product. I'm sorry.
Okay. A lot of them not happy, so we'll be continuing that and adding phase 4 stuff also. So we'll do it after the special is out, the Christmas special.
Black Panther 2 in the A level.
Not S tier.
Okay.
And S tier goes to No Way Home.
S already has the movies which is which
Like S has all the Russo Brothers films.
Yes, so Russo is the number 1. Number 2 is
No,
Ryan
no.
Coogler.
I would
I will
disagree.
wait
I
for
would put
that
Wakanda
one
Forever as.
So guys, this all will be happening in that same. So for that, do subscribe and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
And that stream never happened.